Welcome, Watchers. You can borrow the power of a god and influence the journey of our adventurers. Join forces with other Watchers to drop a force of nature or a force of cosmos into our world. A trap, an advantage, a monstrous predator, or a portal to another dimension, where everyone is a talking sock hand. Force cards are unlocked level by level, each one increasing in power. You may dip your toe in godhood by purchasing a seed of nature or a spark of cosmos that will increase your force's strength. Or you may harness even greater power and purchase a mote of nature or a mote of cosmos and propel your force even faster to the next highest tier. Should you choose to affect the story of our adventurers, you can do so by using our custom extension to choose which side you're on, and maybe even help or hinder the player's dice rolls with an advantage or disadvantage while you're there. Use your powers wisely, Watchers.
Whoa, live.
Hi, it's fine.
Welcome, everyone.
Drop my dice.
We certainly weren't caught unawares at all. Hi, we're live. Welcome to the Dungeon Run. We're so happy to be back and feeling better so we can keep telling amazing story to all of you.
Yay!
So just remember, everyone, we're live right now on Twitch and YouTube.
Yep.
And as always, if you're new to our show, we have a handy edited version of our episodes called The Dungeon Rush, done by our wonderful Adam Slemon, who just got married.
She put a ring on it.
She did.
She did.
I
About
mean,
time.
if you're gonna.
About time.
About time.
Gotta snatch that
She
up.
even talked about that, about time. The Dungeon Rush available for all of you looking to get caught up quickly. You can do that with our Dungeon Rush series. So I think that's it, right? To our...
Yeah, absolutely. We're here with our friends thanks to, Two Kings Entertainment. It's been a minute. Have I mentioned it's been a minute? Hi, everybody. TwoKingsFilms.com. They are amazing friends. Follow their shows on the Dragons and Things Network. Shows like Adventure and Van Tom and more. So check them out. They're wonderful people on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you. I'm buffeted by these. We're very green tonight.
Yes, they're so green.
Can you tell it's been a minute? Anyway, our wonderful sponsor, World Anvil, continues to be our amazing sponsor in 2023. They are an incredible set of world-building tools that helps you create, organize, and expand on your worlds and stories. It's a treasure trove for role players, game masters, and storytellers of all kinds. For any system you can imagine, World Anvil has templates and organizational tools that will make creating and keeping track of your game super easy. I think I'm going to do a stream soon of just playing around on World Anvil, maybe like using it for my Patreon game, because they have things called diplomacy webs and family trees. Like you can use it as like if you setting up all of like who's related to who, where, how are these people connected? I always in my stories always introduce too many NPCs and connecting all of them and how it's beautiful. And if you're writing an epic novel, they have stuff for writers of that as well. I love it.
I run a lot of 23andMe campaigns. So.
Hey, perfect.
We need that deep genealogy.
and they'll tell you what a second cousin is and what a second cousin twice removed is.
You don't have to deal with it.
Exactly. Go to worldanvil.com right now to start exploring and use our code TheDungeonRun to get 40% off a yearly subscription. Last I will say about them is they just hosted this awesome thing called the World Ember Awards this past weekend, where they awarded the best world builders of 2022, giving away thousands of dollars in cash, cosplay. There was a blast. It's incredible. You can watch it now, the VOD now on their Twitch. The World Ember Awards at World Anvil. Love them. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Die Hard Dice still here. We love you. Our amazing dice sponsor. They have just started introducing something called the Lumina Golden Gridiron Dice, inspired by our good friend Johnny Stanton, a football player extraordinaire and D&D player. It's got his name on it and everything. It's gorgeous. Again, use our code DungeonRun to get a lovely little discount on us. All kinds of stuff. And look, we're in a great mood tonight. This is going to be a great show. Jessica.
Hello, everybody. As you know, our show is interactive, and we are supported that way. We are also supported another way, which is Patreon. Patreon.com/thedungeonrun. And we just posted a not suitable for family close friend story on Instagram. If you want to go check that out.
Close friend stories can get spicy.
Sorry.
It's so spicy.
Yeah, we can post them on the regular, but you can go check that out if you are at our $5 tier.
She made me do it.
And speaking of interactivity, did you know that if you sign up for our Patreon at the $50 level, you get a free advantage or disadvantage every single month? You get to influence the story, and if you sign up at the Team Force of Nature or Cosmos level, you get a free moat, which is a huge way to impact the story. And that's free every single month if you're at these Patreon level tiers. There are also cast secrets. I just released the song that I'm going to be playing tonight early for some of our patrons. We have Slayer TPK, a few more of those coming out.
Yeah, a bunch more of those coming.
And probably one of our most exciting perks since Morgan has dungeon mastered a private game is Surena's coloring book. Of Otto. So we have more pages of that in the future to look forward to. And if you haven't seen it yet, the first page is up on the Patreon right now,
It is
right?
available to all
great.
patrons.
I also just dropped JD Illustrates art for Capre and Olivar on our Patreon, as well as the 5e descriptions and how to run your own debate encounters at your own home. So
Sick.
make sure to check that out as well.
Speaking of moats and sparks and seeds, I'm still recovering from Adam's wedding. Not only does that help support the show, but it also triggers these really cool force cards, which are also suggestions by all of you. So depending on what tier we're currently at, it'll slowly build throughout the show, and the higher tier cards will affect the game in a bigger way, which we've seen recently.
Yes.
And once we get to the highest tier of a series, it'll start over again, and then it'll build up to an even higher, bigger, cooler blow.
So for those of you at home, that means we've already hit level 5 of Force of Nature.
Oh, God.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, okay. I thought we did it again.
Now we're very close to level 5 again in Force of Nature,
no.
which means there will be a level 6 Force of Nature available if we reach that level. So we still have. I take that back. We have actually we have reached both level 5 Nature and Cosmos at the beginning of the show, which will have a whole lot of things. We'll get back to that once we get into the show. So I'm super excited. Just read them out real quick. 3 Sparks of Cosmos from Tapartos. Thank you, Tapartos. A Moat of Nature from Angel Devilson. Thank you, Devilson. And a Seed of Nature from Svednetti.
Thanks, Vanetti.
Thank you.
So we'll get into all of what that means and the processes once we start the show. But for now,
That's going to change things quite a bit.
we're going to change things a bit. For sure.
You can also give advantages and
For us
disadvantages. Yes.
I mean, wait, yeah.
To the dungeon masters, us, as well as the players, to either help or hinder them. Just want to throw that out.
Indeed. Yep, absolutely. So
But also help.
yes, but also help. So with all of that, I think we're good, right?
Yes, sir.
If Sean, if you will, take us into the storm. I wondered when you would show up. It is lovely to hear you, Mother. Yes, I am aware of Saint's decisions. And yes, I did give her the power of the sparrow. I'm not surprised that you're upset, Mother, but I have faith. And as you have currently certainly not learned, faith is a two-way street. I trust her. And since I'm the god of freedom, a moniker that you, Mother, delivered to me, I am giving her the freedoms of her choice. It is funny that you would call me fool. I find this ironic. Your constant nagging of me is getting tiresome. Let me be who I am, and I will let she be who she is. I'm not a fool because I'm in love with her. I am in love with her, but that is not why I'm a fool. I am the fool because I let you tell me what was right from wrong. That ends now. No longer, Thasha, Mother of Storms, will I do your bidding or do as I was told. Now, I put my faith in Saint. You heard all of that?
Yes, was I supposed to? I am so sorry if I was not, but I did hear everything.
It was my choice. I protected you from her words, but it is true. I don't know why, it's new to me. But Saint, I love you.
And you love me like a god loves their followers.
It is much deeper than that, and I think you know. I have given you a part of myself, and you have made a choice that I don't understand, but I trust that you will do well with. Just know, Thasha is displeased.
What am I to do?
It is your choice, my dear. I give you the freedom. I'm here if you want my opinion, but from here on out, you're in charge.
Well, I would like it if we could spend a bit more time together. If you might accompany us to the Hanging Gardens, that could be nice.
I have other duties I must see to, lest things fall apart. For now, be safe.
Wait, may I ask why you are in love with me?
There's something about you. Every time I see you, there's a connection I cannot put my finger on, as if destiny determined that we should be together. I must go now. Be careful with your decisions, and don't trust Failshin.
Oh, about that.
as I can. I'm falling far behind, and I'm running out of time. Without you here, I'm losing my mind. Stay, so you don't regret. Time has taken our time to rest. I know my way is a mess, but missing you is all that I have left. You're 100 miles away, but I'd do anything to get back to you as fast as I can. I'm falling far behind, and I'm running out of time. Without you here, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I won't wait another day. I'll find you. And with that, Saint casts aid on everybody. And she turns to Failshin and says, I'm ready.
That was lovely. Quite. I think even Mammut enjoyed it. The fire has died down at his little cooking fire, and he's put away most of his belongings. He's rolled up the various contracts that he had you sign. He's handed over the obsidian hand axe as part of the deal, and he proceeds to reach into his coat of rags and pulls out a pouch, much like the one that was acquired by you, Otto. And he undoes it and reaches inside, and he pulls out several tiny little vials, each with a almost baby-sized purple and blue flower suspended in a liquid. It looks like it's leached a little bit of the color out of the flower, which has stained the inside of the vial and changed the color of the liquid itself. But he has one for each of you, including Slushy, if you want to give one to Slushy as well. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
as he hands it over to each of you, he very, very carefully explains what's going to transpire next. I don't know if you've seen this, but you're actually standing inside of a circle right now. I've lined it with small rocks. Would only be noticeable to those with a discerning eye. But since you're all here and inside of the circle, you merely drink the vial and think of where you wish to go. There might be a slight side effect from the elixir, but don't worry, it will fade with time. Especially those of you that are stout, healthy, filled with vim and vigor, as they say.
Right.
So, just so I'm clear, can we just know the name of the place, or do we have to have been there? Because I've never been there. I can't visualize it.
Neither can I.
What if my brain just accidentally thinks of someplace else, like right at the right left?
How does this work?
Well,
Failshin, please!
I'll explain. All right. The one that goes first
will trigger it.
Perfect.
And the rest of you will just have to look into the portal itself.
Got it.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right, Saint.
I don't recommend allowing anything to pop into your mind because it could
Clear-headed.
perhaps send you to another dimension filled with demons.
Or spikes.
Such.
Well, I can't
Yes.
promise anything.
Okay.
Perhaps you should drink your vial after Saint.
Wait.
Let her go first.
We can hold hands.
Okay.
If you just think of where you wish to go, and then step inside the circle, and then drink the vial, it will take care of itself.
Counting on you, Saint.
By the way, sorry, real quick before we go. Why do you want that spine? What? Is everything all right?
This way.
It's important to others, and if it's important to others, then that means it's valuable.
Yeah, there's people were willing to kill a lot of people for it. So
Yeah, so many people die.
enjoy, I guess.
I will keep it very close.
Use it for something good.
Mammut makes a sound, which sounds like a bit of a laugh.
Got that.
Yeah, just making sure it's clear.
Saint.
Remember what you promised. Oh, wait, you didn't. It would give you the worms. Never mind.
It's very confusing.
They've been through a lot, man.
We're just so
A
tired.
lot going on. A lot going on. All right.
Ready?
Whenever you're ready.
Can I see the contract that I signed quickly? Once more.
I've
before we-
already put it away.
It's
You're supposed
filed
to read
deep
it.
in the files. We should go. We should go, Saint.
Getting some
Yes, your
shade-
sister
getting some
could be in
shade
great
over
danger.
here.
We should go now, yes?
Yeah.
You were very adamant.
You want to see your sister, and it was very important, so let's go.
If I
go.
could just have a copy of it. Real bookkeeping.
It will take some time.
We don't have time
have
to
time.
waste. What if your
Just
sister's
some sort of
like,
application
Do
store we
it.
could use.
No, not on something like
Like
this.
a copy and scan, something.
Copy and scan?
Something like that.
Why does it matter if we have a
Fax
copy?
ma-
You already
fax
signed
magic.
it.
what if she's being held against her will, or tortured, or put into like a tiny room where she could only move left and right, but only in smaller increments because she is stuck there?
Yes.
No.
Has that
We should
happened to
go.
you?
We should go.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay.
You
Hold
want to
hand.
go? Let's go.
Sorry, my hands are quite
Yeah.
They're cold.
clammy and cold.
They're quite cold.
Hey, wait, what about
Oh, sorry.
All right, get in there, Sanjay. Yeah. All right, Saint, you go
You gotta
first.
drink it first because I don't know what this place looks like.
Everybody else, empty your mind. Saint, you go first.
Yes, my mind is nothing.
Okay. So Saint closes her eyes.
We can't drink anything. We're holding hands.
Oh wait, one hand is free. It's free, one hand only.
Don't think about the drink.
Ready?
No. Okay.
I'll show
let,
you.
let me have a moment to think.
You do want to go to the Hanging God.
Yes.
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 Making sure.
Saint closes her eyes and she thinks of the Hanging Gardens, which to her recollection is ruins and covered in enormous flowers and has an air of comfort and magic about it. And imagines all of the people in her life milling about, continuing their business as if nothing has changed. And nods to everyone to take their sip.
You have to go first.
You
You
first.
have to sip first
Drink it
because
first.
Okay. And you hear what sounds like grass crashing as he bites into this thing. Ow! And then drinks down.
So, Saint, you drink first, and you're thinking of flowers, which is perfect because the smell coming from the vial is that of a flower. Those of you that are interested in rolling nature, you can roll nature to try to discern what flower this is based off of smell and color and shape. 13.
Any advantages?
Oh, yeah, good call. We have advantage for KoKo.
I'm not
Advantage,
rolling.
you have KoKo from City Racing Girl.
Thank you so much.
Octavius, you have advantage from City Racing Girl,
Thank
but you have disadvantage from the Fail Waffle. Saint, you have advantage from City Racing Girl, but you have disadvantage from the Soul of a Slain Sparrow.
Oh, what?
That's so
Valcorio,
sad.
you have advantage from Jim Whitted,
All right, I'll roll.
and Cristobal, you have advantage from Drew from IT.
Thank you, Drew. Much worse.
Okay, all right.
Did anyone get a 15?
16. 16.
So Val, the only one who's not
Who didn't
not
even want
that
to
interested.
roll.
Thanks, Jim Whitted.
So Val, it's strange. It's a sweet smell at first, very floral, but as you're sipping it, you're realizing that the burning, tingling sensation in your mouth and in your face, this is wolfsbane, which is a poison. And it's been refined to the point to where it's actually like a stronger version thereof. It's not just a flower's worth, it's a pretty powerful dose. And as you realize that, all of you begin to swirl, your vision swirls and stumbles, and it's almost like the world skips a step, and the earth beneath you falls away, and you're swallowed by shadow. And as you begin to drop, you can't help but look around to try to grasp onto some form of reality, and all you see are bits and pieces of the inside of the trunk of an enormous tree.
Oh gosh.
Almost as if you've been swallowed up by a tree. And the bark is whizzing past you as if you were falling from a great height. And those of you that try to reach out and stop yourself or claw at the bark just end up proceeding to shoot slivers of wood up into your fingers or palms. Ouch. As you wince backwards, realizing that you're traveling too fast and there's no way to cling to anything. Even Slushy appears to be twirling and whirling, and at one point even tries to bite into the side of the tree to stop this fall. One of you, I'll say Cristobal, stares downward as opposed to trying to grasp onto the tree, and rushing up beneath you, you see another circle. But this circle is an arcane circle. It's been surrounded by a variety of different colored candles, but you also notice that there are several small skulls surrounding the circle as well. Some of these skulls look like possible humanoid skulls, others are animal skulls, wolf skull, possibly even a bear skull. And the ground comes rushing up beneath you, and all of you slam into the middle of this room. The room has a dirt floor and is not lit, but the candles themselves have burst into being, and they flicker and wave as you hit the ground, and the strong sensation to vomit, to expel this poison that's in your system comes rushing forward. Some of you do, some of you don't. You're able to choke it back, but you feel that toxicity be leached out of you, leached out of your body, either through your mouth, through your eyes, your ears, through your pores, down into the ground, and it immediately absorbs into the earth.
Whoa.
The candles, some of them flicker and burn out, and others stay lit. You glance around the inside of the room that you're in, and it's filled with plants, flowers, vines, roots that are growing up out of little planter boxes. It looks like someone's even taken the time to take clippings off of trees and plant them in some kind of liquid so that they would grow anew. Shelf after shelf of this sort of material, potting soil in a bag over in the corner of the room. But the area that you're now sitting in this circle, you notice that there are drag marks, like there was something in the center of that circle before you hit and is now no longer there.
Huh.
Cristobal, you can give me an Arcana roll.
Thank you.
You, Cristobal, have advantage from City Racing Girl.
City Racing Girl, thank you very much. It's one of the few things I'm really good at.
Okay.
24.
Wow.
Nice.
So they're all taking in their surroundings, and you're honed in on this magic circle. And when I say scratch marks, that's what it looks like to them. To a trained wizard, you notice that these are intentional lines. This is a summoning circle. This is what you would use if you wanted to summon an extraplanar being, like a demon or an angel or a fae.
Do I know what school of magic this...
You'd have to study it.
Okay.
But you recognize it immediately as a magical summoning circle.
Do I recognize the whereabouts? Since we were trying to go.
Does it
to
look like
her
we're in a
home?
basement?
It does not. Okay, so you were thinking,
Like in a cave?
you were trying to imagine like the center of the Hanging Gardens, like the center of town, how you remember it. This is clearly not that. It's as if someone has hijacked your journey
Yeah.
and brought you here.
Who was thinking of botany?
Not me.
No.
I like plants.
Okay.
What
The
does
shack,
botany mean?
the shack is small and it appears to be empty right now.
Is this the Hanging Gardens? It looks so much smaller than I thought it
No,
would.
no, this isn't right. This isn't right. And I
All
want
right.
to do an investigation check around me to see if I have any clue if this could be part of the Hanging Gardens in any way.
Sure.
Saint, you have advantage from Kool-Aid,
Thank you.
but you have disadvantage from the Dark Fruitcake Anthology.
Wow. I want to read that.
And while she is rolling investigation, I must apologize. I preemptively, because I got really excited, I preemptively said that Force of Cosmos has reached level 5. It has not.
Oh.
It's very close.
Got it.
But Force of Nature has, in fact, reached level 5.
Great.
Wow.
Mode of Nature from Beaker Parr. Thank you, Beaker
Yay.
Parr. Seed of Nature from Stormborn. Tastes good.
Oh no.
Oh,
Please
wait.
don't eat us.
Spark of Cosmos from Vein Dead. And a Seed of Nature from Artemis Dixon. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, that's nice.
Dirty one.
So
Dirty one.
it actually makes perfect sense because as you start to investigate the immediate area, you start to step forward, and that's when you hit it. There's a barrier there, and it's right where the circle of the candles are.
Oh.
You have been summoned as if you were an extraplanar being, which means you're not allowed to leave this circle
Oh.
until the person who summoned you allows you to.
Hello.
As you resist against this barrier, it pushes back with just as much force as you put into it.
Whoa.
You lean into it with all of your weight and strength and really push, and it pushes right back.
These lines on the ground, they suggest that we are in some sort of summoning circle, like we have been transported here from another plane.
Well, it's possible that we are in someone's summoning circle
Yeah.
in the Hanging Gardens.
Otto walks up to Cristobal, fully trying to emulate whatever mannerisms like Cristobal is doing into discerning like the things, like the symbols on the ground, right? So Otto is like feeling the symbols and saying, yes, this is someone's doing. And I'm gonna try to see if I can see another person in this room.
You're gonna try to what?
See if I can see if anyone else in this
Sure,
room that
sure.
maybe has summoned us.
Are there
Sure.
any windows also?
No.
Okay.
No, I take that back. There are windows, but they would be shuttered closed right now.
Got it. All right.
Would that be Arcana or Perception?
You're just looking for a person? Perception.
I'll cast light to try to
KoKo,
help you.
not KoKo. Sorry, you're not KoKo. You're Octavius. Octavius, you have disadvantage from the fail waffle.
I rolled so well.
It's a nat 19.
By the way,
Come
her
on.
light spell does not transfer outside of the circle. It only lights inside of the circle.
Oh, boo.
KoKo reaches down to the dirt and tastes it.
Okay.
Worse.
That's a 7.
Okay. So you don't see anyone.
No.
It is very, very dimly lit. And when she casts the light spell, it actually makes it harder for you to see.
Okay,
Because
ow.
it's like putting a flashlight underneath
Right.
your chin and you're staring into the darkness.
All right.
You taste the dirt and it is acrid. Almost sulfuric.
Slushy, seeing everyone sort of freak out, begins to sort of sniff around and sniffing at the dirt. And he gets closer and closer to that circle line where the candles are. And then his nose touches the
Careful,
line
Slushy,
and goes
careful.
over it. And he walks out of the circle to the door.
Slushy.
Uh-oh, I smell trolls.
Trolls.
Trolls?
That's what that is. Maybe.
Like from the books?
Yeah, trolls.
Wait, can we all leave this circle?
I'm gonna try.
You try, and again, it resists.
Do I understand why he might be able to leave as opposed to anyone else?
That would be a very tough Arcana check.
Fair enough.
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try.
You are exhausted from
Yes.
not having slept, and
Cristobal,
your
you're so
knowledge is seemingly affected because of the cloudy foggy-headedness of being so exhausted.
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
So, Cristobal, your straight rolls are concerned because you have a disadvantage on this roll.
This is what?
Arcana.
Arcana. Okay, disadvantage, a 14.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Pretty
good,
You-
pretty good.
You can discern that normally with summoning circles, whatever is summoned is not allowed to, like I said, is not allowed to leave unless the person summoning it allows them to. If someone were to be transported or something were to be transported with those
I see.
summoned creatures,
Sure.
and that was not initially part of the plan,
Huh.
then that creature
Loophole.
might not fit into that particular set of boundaries.
Do I know if there is any way, aside from the person who summoned us releasing us, to break the circle and allow us to leave? Like, if Celestia were to...
If you
Dig
were
a
an
hole.
incredibly powerful wizard,
Which I am not.
you might be able to dispel it from the inside,
Got it.
which would be very, very hard. Because usually there's an anti-magic addendum to the
That's
summoning.
why it's the only
All
way
right.
to make demons safe to summon.
All right, let's not panic. Let's not panic. Just no,
I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Trapped.
Otto.
I'm trapped.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
No, not you, Slushy.
Oh,
Slushy smelled trolls. The trolls are not. You don't think there's no trolls on this island,
I
right?
like trolls. They're nice
days.
stories.
They've been here days ago.
Days ago.
Oh,
One-
that was me as a player asking. There's no trolls on this island,
You have heard of tales of trolls, yes.
but none of us
certainly.
have like been around trolls or seen.
I don't
trolls.
think any of you have ever
Okay.
really run into
One
trolls.
door in, one door out.
It appears to be one door in, one door out.
But we don't know where we are.
No.
I could cast ascending, but I'm afraid I need to rest in order to do that.
Well, is there anyone in this town you might be... You could summon one of your friends who live here in the Hanging Gardens,
Oh, yeah,
and maybe
you
they can
must know
But
find...
we
so many
don't know where
people.
we are. We don't even
But-
know if we're in the Hanging Gardens.
But maybe we are. Maybe this is just a very rustic,
Terrible part of town.
Just like the
with terrible
basement
dirt,
of
where
the
nothing grows,
Gardens.
nothing that hangs or grows or anything.
Wait, what if you
I don't
dig
know
a-
what we're doing
Dig a
here.
hole? You want me to dig a hole?
Could you dig us out?
Yes. Great. I would like to dig a hole.
Sure. You begin to dig.
Yes.
And
Yes.
much to your chagrin, you get about 2 inches, 3 inches down, and you can tell that there's
It's just
a barrier there as well.
Okay.
you just hear just like calls of agony
It's okay.
from deep beneath the earth.
Is it, what do you feel down there?
Now you only get like 2-3 inches deep before this barrier kicks
So
in.
just pop up.
The
Yeah.
magic continues
so there's a
down into the
barrier?
ground.
There's a barrier. It's as above, so below, way below.
The only way to break this is to find the person
Yeah.
who summoned us.
Right.
Or who is this side of the summoning
But is that Valshin, or like, does he have a wife?
It was his friend. He said his friend was here.
It's a two-way street type of situation.
Slushy,
Yeah.
can you open that door?
With your nose.
Yeah, use your paw, your mouth.
Does the door have a handle?
I
that
mean,
you
it's
could...
just a simple latch. so-
We worked on this
No,
at
but
the
I got an
tower.
idea. Hold on.
All right,
And he backs up into the
don't
circle.
get too
Everybody move,
destructive.
move. Just
He
Okay,
kind of moves you side to
I'll let
side.
him work. Let him cook.
let him cook.
Here we go.
And he runs at the door and slams into it, knocks himself out.
Oh,
Slushy, we worked on this. And he passed out.
We will take that opportunity to move to our level 5 force of nature.
Oh God. Last one was great.
So,
Finds unlatched doors automatically.
tier 5. Gonna love this. It's called Warrior Needs Food Badly.
Ooh.
Okay.
All of your food has spoiled
No.
unexpectedly, or maybe someone ate it while you were sleeping.
That's
Either
lucky.
way, your party will start to starve unless something is done soon. Better go get some quarters.
Y'all?
That's a reference to a video game,
Gauntlet.
which I'm really genuinely interested to see how many people get.
Great game, great game.
So when you're, hanging out in this circle, one of you eventually reaches into your pack to pull out a snack or something.
Carrots.
And you've noticed that through this portal that you've passed through, something has adversely affected your food, and it's all spoiled.
All my mice are gross.
All right, sit down. Everybody sit down. We're all very tired.
Is there enough? Like, is it a big enough circle for us to sit and swirl out?
Without Slushy, yes.
We're not gonna solve anything screaming, standing and stomping around, making ourselves more exhausted. Let's sit down.
Here's the thing. I love small spaces a lot. But the fact that I can't see the walls, yet I am restricted, I am terrified. This is very bad for me.
All right.
Tell me 3 things you learned today.
Okay, I learned that people are not as observant as you would think they are. 1. 2, I learned that
You should read contracts before you sign.
you should read contracts. 3, I learned that Saint Sister is trapped in a very small room where she could only move 2 steps to the left and 2 steps to the right.
Did you learn that?
Yes.
What do you
Okay.
mean?
That's what I figured is happening.
Oh, but you don't know that for sure.
I don't know.
Do you?
I don't know.
I don't know. The skull tells you things sometimes. It feels like.
Oh.
Is this something in your mind, or is this something you were told?
That's just like
Just a hunch.
a hunch like a detective
Got it.
would do.
All right. Yeah.
Insight check?
Saint, you have advantage from the Cosmic Lord, but
Please.
disadvantage from Resident Fruitcake.
Most important role of the night.
I seriously think that insight is more for this game. It's more for player to player.
Yes. 100%.
Letter, but
I keep rolling like garbage tonight.
Oh, no.
Everything's been under a 5. It is 11.
Oh.
I have really good insight.
Cleric.
I would imagine that you probably didn't gather too much, but I'll let you decide as Jared just discussed. I'll let you play with that as you
Sometimes I get visions,
Was this a vision?
but I don't think it was.
Okay, got it.
I just wanted to tell you.
No, it's
that
good.
sometimes I
Yeah.
see the
Look, we are stuck here unless someone has some idea of a magical means to either summon the person who summoned us, or there must be great wizards in your town.
Yes.
Great wizards.
Great wizards.
Is there anybody
you know.
you can call?
I
Yeah.
don't know that
Do
we're in the
emergency
hanging...
contact?
Does somebody come pick us up?
I don't know that we're in the Hanging Gardens, and I could call someone, but I would need to rest, unfortunately.
All right.
Well, we could rest back. Wait.
I guess we have to.
We should be able, if I sit down and lean my back against the wall,
Yeah.
it just holds me up. Yeah. All right.
Well,
It
somebody,
doesn't hurt you.
No.
somebody lit these candles, right?
Right.
They're lit. So this person, whoever you are, Otto stands up, paces to the edge of the circle, yells into the edge of the circle, wherever you are, show yourself because we know you're here. And I point to the candle.
All right. So maybe this is basically like.
Wait, we're waiting to hear.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
All right, never mind.
Okay, yes.
If this is a friend of Failshin's, it's late at night. Maybe
It's
this
very
is
late at night.
this is a door they just kept open. This is a door they just keep open. So we're an unexpected arrival. So hopefully first thing in the morning. I can't believe I'm being this reasonable. Apparently, hopefully first thing in the morning, whoever it is comes in and lets us out. Let's rest. And if we wake up and we're still here and nothing has changed.
Where else would we be?
I mean, Failshin seems full of surprises, so I thought he was poisoning us for a moment. He doesn't seem to have.
Full of surprises.
Why would you say he's poisoning us?
That flower, it's wolfsbane. I can't believe I know that either, but apparently it's something stuck from my education.
It's odd, it's poison. It concentrated wolfsbane teleported us here.
I guess.
Concentrated wolfsbane, kills.
Because anyone I have ever met who has had or experienced concentrated wolfbane has died.
So are we dead?
Are we dead?
I don't feel dead.
I don't feel dead.
It would make sense if we were dead.
Although we are in a circle which summons people to other planes.
What if we're in the undead plane?
I think we should sleep. We're all very tired.
I agree.
Yep.
And we're all cranky.
And I take out the bag.
It's
Wait,
a
what
pouch.
is that?
The pouch? That
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pouch.
What is it?
You want to open it? Sweet.
What is
Oh, no.
It's a literal bag of holding.
Oh, and it has little paper. That's
So when you reach into the pouch, just so you know,
It's like a party
the
paper.
pouch is only yay big.
Yeah.
It's a little bit smaller than that,
Okay.
but you're able to put your whole arm down inside of it.
Okay.
So I found this thing on the road. There's
Do you recognize
beautiful
the bag?
paper.
yeah, some
It looks
nice.
exactly like the pouch that Failshin took the
When did
vials
you
out of.
get?
You guys are not gonna believe this. You guys, I had a fruitcake. A full fruitcake. What? Yes. It looks like a tiny pizza.
I think it does
Look like a pizza.
I thought it was pizza.
Why does
All
it
you
look like a
fruitcake lovers.
pizza?
So right now, that is your only food source.
Whoa.
Wow. That is.
That looks like it'd probably feed at least a couple of us.
Are you?
It's 3 pounds of fruit.
Are you hungry?
Several of us.
Is there anything else in there?
Nope, just this.
Just this wrapping
Just
stuff
the
that I'm sure I could use for something
incredibly
later.
magic paper.
KoKo, you're
Please.
so crafty.
Do you want to take this too?
Yeah.
And that's a bag of holding.
Thank
I keep
you.
that.
Yeah, bag of
No, I'll
holding.
take.
Got a
I'll take
bag of
some
holding now.
So just for game mechanics' sake, it's a lesser pouch of holding, which means it will hold up to 500 pounds of whatever you want.
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
a lot of
I
stuff.
keep the bag, but because I'm a hoarder. And
That's the only thing that was in the bag?
That's the only thing that she pulled out of the pouch.
and
yeah.
the paper that
Pass it down.
Right, because were you thinking about food when you grabbed this?
Yeah, I'm so hungry.
Did it feel this heavy?
No, it didn't feel like any weight.
Wait, where did you get the bag?
So I found it when we were on our adventures.
Otto.
By
Yes,
the way,
sir?
this fruitcake looks exactly like the fruitcake that the Canusk.
Did Hops and Barley sell it right after we gave it to them?
That's where I got
I mean,
it.
they did. But what do you mean? You got it from Hops and Barley?
No, it's hops and barley branded.
Oh.
Otto.
Oh, you know what they probably did? They probably copied the fruitcake this thing gave
Yes,
them
yes.
and mass-produced it.
Mass
yes.
produced it. Just put it in a little wrapper.
That was so thoughtful.
Hops and barley brand.
Thoughtful.
Wait, you weren't there when we were with Hops
I
and
was
Barley.
there in-
You were in the little owl figurine.
Well, do you know what the little owl figurine does at night?
I don't.
Well, then, that's a thing that you don't know.
All right.
Look, I'm going to stress the fact that we're all very tired.
I'm so
We are
tired.
very tired.
It's just
It's real.
really.
It's very heavy. It's very dense.
All of your stomachs
Yeah.
rumble.
Yeah, we need to eat this.
I'll eat some.
Except for slushies, probably because you ate all that magic.
Yeah, we gotta
Val
eat
will
this.
eat some. Morgan's good for the moment.
I'm gonna
So
eat it for real.
I do need to know,
Oh, that's right,
for
that's right.
game purposes, who is eating fruitcake and who is not.
Eating.
I will eat it.
Everyone but Saint? Okay.
All right, so all but Saint.
So those
are
of
you
you
hungry?
that take a bite of this fruitcake, it's unbelievably nourishing. To the point to where one little handful
Here, just open. Okay, no,
feels like you ate a Thanksgiving Day feast.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, say that again. That last
One little handful is enough to, like, that's like 4 handfuls right there.
That's a chunk.
Listen,
But
there's no delicate way to eat this.
one little bite is enough to feed you for a night and then some. I'll try some.
Yeah, pass
It's
it on.
really good.
I
Ooh,
want to
it's just like
save
cookie
this
dough.
for later.
Okay.
Yeah, try that.
Does
Yeah.
that smell like
fruit
cookie dough?
cake.
Does not smell like that from here.
Yeah,
It smells like a thing that does not go bad.
That's
I
correct.
don't know if you know that, but
Shelf
they
life
do
is
tastes
not
like
go
cookie
several
bad.
dough.
years.
Yeah.
It tastes like cookie dough.
Saint,
with
are you
artificial
sure
fruit
you
in
don't
it.
want any?
It's very
Say it,
nut-
please. You need
to
to
eat something.
Is now the time you're gonna?
I don't want you to wilt
KoKo.
away before we save your sister. She would want you to eat, I bet. That's what egg twins do.
No, I'm not hungry.
Are you sure?
So are we still starving or we feel better?
No, you feel great.
Great.
In fact, those of you that eat some of it also feel like a little life comes back into your body, especially just because you were poisoned.
Saint, please, I think you should eat some of it only because I don't want you to feel like you are punishing yourself. I think that sometimes there's the right thing, right? And there's the thing we do because we want to hurt ourselves. And I want to make sure you eat because I don't want you to die. Can you eat, please? Just
Be
a
in
little
no position
bit.
to help your sister if you're starving. Is there something wrong?
We're not in any position to help my sister anyway.
But you shouldn't give up on you.
Yeah.
You're important.
And the person will come back. They must come back at some point, otherwise the circle will deteriorate.
Wait,
and
what do you mean we're not in any position to help your
Because
sister?
we're trapped.
Yeah, but we're not going to be trapped forever.
Right, the person will come back and the circle will deteriorate.
We don't know that.
It's not all lost for you, go.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I made us come here without resting, and I'm sorry that I signed the contract because it didn't work. And
don't
now
know.
I don't know how far away we are from her, and I should listen to everybody else from now on.
Saint, we have enough enemies and enough recent failures without you having to imagine more of them, all right? So
I'm not imagining anything.
Yes, you
happened.
are. You don't know that we failed. You don't.
We could be right outside the Hanging Gardens. We don't know where
Absolutely could. So I need you to take things one day at a time. And what's most important right now is you staying alive, all of us staying alive. So eat some damn fruitcake,
This
please.
is a really big piece.
Is that getting heavy?
It's really heavy. I truly bit off more than I could chew. So if you want it just a little bit, just a tiny, the tiniest bit.
Fruitcake, if you want to hire Surena Marie as your spokesperson, get to it.
Yeah, we're not sponsored at all.
We're not. You're welcome. It's delicious.
Yes.
It's just very
This
dense.
is probably the most
Very
commercialized that they've gotten in the last couple of
we
months, I
love it.
imagine.
I can't believe it took us this long to actually get real fruitcake at the table.
Come on, it's hops and barley brand.
That's very true.
I had a vision just before we left, or I don't know what it was. It was a.
You had a vision?
It was a. I overheard a conversation with my god, and
While we were holding hands?
just before.
When you were singing?
So what?
What did you
What
see?
was it?
Well, the last thing he said was, "Don't trust Valjean."
Yeah.
That's okay. We kind of knew that. He's
Yeah.
definitely the devil.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he is not someone to be trusted,
But-
but he is someone who provides the service,
But
and we took advantage of
Here's
that.
the thing. Gods are kind of dumb. Gods believe whatever you want, they want. They believe that you believe. So we just pretend to believe because that's what gives them power.
But I do believe.
But we don't believe in Valjean, do we?
No.
Good.
I mean, I don't.
But you did believe
No.
in his magic, which is why you signed it. So don't stop believing now. Keep believing in it so that we can get out of here and go find your sister.
here's something real and practical I can tell you. He wants a favor from you and I at some point in the future. If he screwed us over and didn't give us what we wanted, that favor is worth nothing. It is not in his best interest to
That's
have
true.
completely shanghaied us somewhere.
Plus, he has to come get his fruitcake sometime.
Sit down. Everyone stop. try to close your eyes, I guess.
Are they sleeping?
I mean,
This is a really big piece.
it is a really big piece. Yeah.
It's so big.
She has fruitcake. Otto has fruitcake regrets.
We will figure this out when the person comes back.
Yeah.
Cristobal is going to slowly not fall to the ground, but slowly lower himself to the ground, curl up and fall asleep.
May I ask too? Are
Yeah.
the candles burning down?
They are. Yeah. And some of them flickered and burned out when all of you came crashing to the ground.
So that's probably not a bad sign.
When the circle is no longer maintained, we will be able to leave, or the person will come back for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost no spells last forever.
I go next to Cristobal. I start clawing the earth.
Like a cat.
Yeah. To kind of make a little divot, and then I just kind of like nestle in.
Okay.
And KoKo, because KoKo's so great at sleight of hand, reaches into Saint's stuff and grabs the suspender hoodie.
Make a sleight of hand check.
It is on.
You have advantage from Sitar.
Didn't we unravel it in the labyrinth?
Not all of it.
Not all
We
of
only made it halfway
it.
through, right?
Yeah, true. There's still half.
Started to unravel it.
Oh boy.
You get advantage.
To destroy my sweater.
What do we?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of
Sleight
hand.
of hand. Oh, right. Oh, that was correct. Plus 3, 17.
What's your passive?
Yeah, what is
Passive
your
perception?
No, just your dexterity basically.
My
Or
dex-
perception, excuse me, yes, passive perception.
Passive perception is 16.
So
Wow.
she beats you.
No, sorry, that was passive wisdom. Wait, that's perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
Are you skilled in perception?
Yeah, passive perception.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a plus 6.
Yeah, 16.
But KoKo's sleight of hand is better.
Yep,
17.
she rolled better, yep. So you're able to grab this suspender hoodie from the pack.
And I shove it in my knapsack.
What a terrible day.
That was a bad day.
And I flop it up and I put my head on it.
We met the Minadonna this morning.
Oh, don't remind me. This is the longest day in the world.
God.
Did you know that one of these, that one block is 30 servings? Because I just read that.
You don't have to eat 30? Is that real?
So I actually imagined the fruitcake kind of like in Lord of the Rings, the little wafers that they would hand out. So
It's like Catholic communion, but with fruitcake.
So you've essentially taken like a week's worth of food and tore it off and started just.
Let's save some.
Downing.
Save some. That's gonna be good for later. It's gonna be good for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god.
We'll need that later.
Yeah, 100%. Wow.
It's very Hobbit of you.
I can't
I'm
even.
gonna go to sleep now, you guys.
I think I should just sleep. This is too much. My mind is spinning.
Slushy, you good?
Slushy out.
Out like a light.
And you can see his chest heaving, so he's clearly
Great.
just sleeping.
He's
yeah.
still alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is everybody resting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So you all get the effects of a long rest.
Hey.
Although I will say, because I know she's going to mention it anyways, KoKo, you managed to come out of your trance well before anyone else wakes up from their sleep.
Oh, it was adorable.
It only takes you 4 hours to be fully rested, whereas everyone else
Right.
has to sleep for the full 8.
Right.
And KoKo, please roll me perception check upon your exiting your trance. You get advantage from Sitar.
Oh, thank you, Sitar.
We also have 3 Sparks of Cosmos from Tapartos. Thank you, Tapartos.
Yes.
30 or 21.
We are 85% of the way to level 5 for Cosmos.
Great.
21. KoKo, you open your eyes, and the first thing you notice is that he's not. Where'd he go?
He's using the bathroom. Quick bathroom break.
You notice that a very deep sleeping Cristobal's hand is over the line.
Oh.
You also notice that because Saint was poisoned and did not really get a great amount of rest because of her not eating the fruitcake / still kind of recovering from all of that, you notice that she's a little bit paler when you come out of your trance than she was before you all went down.
Saint is?
Saint is, yeah.
Saint, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
Oh no, we have to feed her fruitcake while she sleeps.
Oh my god, still under
You have disadvantage from fruitcake isolation.
I'm using Morgan's dice tonight. I haven't
What's
rolled
that
sorry.
giant one? What's that
Wow.
giant one that you had?
That's
Oh,
that
yeah.
one's rolling even worse. Okay, that's a 6.
But disadvantage.
Disadvantage, so
so the
whichever was
sorry, what was-
lower, whichever's lower.
What type of roll am I doing? Sorry.
Constitution saving throw.
Con saving.
Fail.
Okay, at least I have a plus to that 7.
You are 1 level of
That should be
exhaustion.
your burden.
You will continue to make saving throws every half day until you eat.
Because of the Force of Nature card?
Correct.
Yeah, the Force of Nature card essentially puts you into starvation
Right.
immediately.
Right.
If only we had lots of food in front of us.
Cristobal, well, he's still asleep, but yes.
Yep.
Yeah, the only one who knows-
KoKo's awake, actually. So all of the rest of us are still asleep.
You also know that waking anyone up right now will interrupt their long
Yeah,
rest.
so you essentially have 4 hours to
just sit around.
chill.
Or you can.
I'm whittling some
Okay.
things. I'm sewing some things.
About 2 hours after you start doing all these things, Slushy gets up and oh,
Slashy.
huh?
I just swallowed rock. Sorry.
And he walks into the circle, kind of like gingerly stepping over people. Are you okay?
Yes, we have to whisper because everybody's sleeping.
I'm sorry.
No, you have to be.
He brings his voice down, but we'll keep it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I gotcha. What do you smell? You said it's trolls.
Yeah, I smell trolls. I smell
Describe it.
elephant.
Oh, well,
Small.
like rocks,
Yeah, very similar to
but not
Saint.
the same.
No, you smell kind of like Saint sometimes.
Oh, elf stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's elf stuff. Yeah. Okay, so
And he stretches himself. He says, that did not feel good.
you what?
That didn't feel good.
What didn't feel good?
When I tried to break down the door and didn't do it.
I'm not sure why you didn't use your paws. I taught you how. Remember, we worked on it in the tower.
You also told me that you have opposable thumbs and I don't.
I know, but it's one of those latches. You just have to pop it up.
Oh,
Just go like this with your nose and pop
okay.
it up.
And he walks out of the circle and he tries to nudge the latch.
You got it.
I have disadvantage
Maybe.
from the Hops and Barley Fruitcake Company.
Why are they giving disadvantage?
They're looking for investors, by the way.
Giving them a great
And as he
market.
does that, he hops up and falls back and hurts himself.
Oh no, Slushy!
Doors are not, no.
Are you going through growing pains? You're so awkward today.
Everything all right?
Okay, maybe. Well, what's the next? Maybe you can use your tail.
Oh.
If you thwap it a bunch of times.
He kind of just whaps his tail on the door,
No, that's
and it's
not
clearly not
working.
tall enough. If
Okay.
he was a full-sized winter wolf, it might
Yeah.
work. But here is,
Are there any sticks out there?
and he looks around. Is there any sort of?
I mean, there's all kinds of plant matter. So
Oh, okay.
And he grabs it with his maw and rips off what looks like a stick.
Great. Now.
Wow,
Oh.
that's bitter.
Well, you had to eat it. Just put. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh no.
he's high as balls.
Oh
And he falls over and falls
no. Oh
asleep.
no. Slashy.
We're not allowed to have pets.
Slashy.
I mean, there's a stick on the ground in front of the door, but he is also.
And I still can't. Oh, how close is this stick to Cristobal's hand? Like his.
I mean, if the line is here, it's really just like the edge of his hand is out of the circle.
Right. So to
But
review,
where's the
as he's
stick?
asleep, Cristobal's hand is outside of the circle.
Yeah.
Okay, but where's the stick?
Oh,
By
the
the-
stick is on the other side of the room near the door.
Darn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just will go back to my whittling and sewing.
About 2 hours goes by, and the rest of you begin to naturally wake up. Saying to you, are still asleep.
Oh, I'm still asleep?
Hey guys, I made shapes out of the fruitcake for breakfast.
Oh, great.
They all look like you. This one looks like
Oh, wow,
Oh, wow.
you. This one looks like you.
Thank you.
You've caught my eyes.
This one here, go Cristobal.
Thank you.
This is
This is
remarkably
really good.
well done.
This is lifelike,
Good, right?
I feel like kind of weird eating it because it really looks like me.
Oh.
Did anyone come in the night?
Yeah.
No. And Slushy doesn't know how to open doors. We still have to work on that.
Part of our training module. I
Does
think.
Cristobal notice his hand when he wakes up?
I think it's more of a he rolls back at some point in the 2 hours and he's still in this. In the
I don't sleep like this and just wake up.
Staring right at your hand, as we all do when you wake up.
Cristobal, I did notice that you kind of were outside of the circle when you slept.
Really?
I was outside of the circle.
Part of you.
I'll walk up to the circle and
Your hand goes right through.
Wow!
Val tries it.
Val, you have immediate resistance.
I try it with my foot.
Immediate resistance.
I step through the circle.
You step through and you do feel like, not like a resistance, but it's almost like a wave of magic pass over you as you walk through. But as you walk through and glance behind you, you can actually begin to see the faintest traces of the actual magical barrier.
Okay. Do I know of a way to not easily, but know of a way to break the barrier now that I'm outside of the circle? Or is it still a situation where
it's
I need...
very easy to break it. However, most of the time, wizards or whoever may have created this are going to create protective spells so that it's not easy, or the person who does it has horrible things happen.
I'm going to avoid that.
Well,
Oh, wow.
well noticed.
I'm sorry, I did not even think to try to get out.
No,
if
this
none
is
of you
good.
could.
This is good.
As you step outside of the circle and you're glancing in, that's when you start to take in more of the room. And you notice that not only are there lots of flowers and like little bits and pieces of feather and animal bones and what have you all over the place, you also notice that there are magical inscriptions on the outside of the circle that you didn't see from the inside. And some of those look semi-familiar. One of them very clearly the symbol of Thassia, which is a storm with a lightning bolt shooting out of it.
Is any of it in like common, like something that I would
No,
remember?
it's
Just
all-
symbols
it's
I would
all
have
either
seen.
runes or arcane symbols.
There is quite a bit of writing out here.
Can you read it to us?
Thassia.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. That's maybe a good sign.
You also notice that there is a clearly very slack-jawed tongue on the floor.
Oh, can you check on Slushy?
sure.
Don't touch the stick.
No, Slushy.
He doesn't seem to wake up, and then
Did
after
Slushy
you-
eat chocolate?
No, Slushy.
Are you okay?
Oh, my head hurts.
What you do?
Eat chocolate.
Oh, you ran to the door.
No. Well, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the stick.
I look at the stick.
Don't touch that plant.
I recognize it.
There's a, if you want to roll nature, there is a relatively large plant that's growing over in the corner that has a vine that came off of it, and that vine had started to dry out, and that's what he bit into and ripped out.
22.
So,
Nice.
you don't have to study it for very long. You recognize it as a toxic plant that has a neuro agent in it. But this particular plant looks like it's been crossbred with something else.
Huh.
So imagine seeing like white oleander or something along those lines, but it's been turned into a hybrid with another plant. And that plant you do not recognize.
And you can also tell that the plant is aged significantly, as in if it was dying, and that was why it was easy to break off.
This is a very odd plant. It's something that seems to be cross-pollinated and with a relatively familiar toxic plant, but something I don't recognize.
Could you try the door, please?
Oh yes, of course. And I go over to the door and
You walk over.
like I'm not opening it a lot. I'm kind of peeking
Yeah,
out.
you walk over and it's just a simple wooden latch, and you flip it up, and nothing happens. 8 hours has passed, so you see through the cracks of the door, even though the shack is pretty well insulated from the outside. You see through the cracks of the door that it is daylight outside.
Do I see anyone outside?
You crack the door open, and as you crack the door open, you see a rolling field of grass with a very tiny little footpath that you think would disappear almost immediately once you hit the taller part of the grass. And then beyond that, you see several structures coming up out of the ground that are 4, 5 stories tall, stone structures, but all of these structures are in ruin, and it looks like the plants have overtaken them. There's massive vines and huge flowering plants with nectar dripping off of them, and terraced pockets off of the stone structure that look like someone actually took the time to orchestrate the vine growing up the side of the structure into those various soil containers.
Oh, we are not in the Hanging Gardens.
You are in the Hanging
That's
Gardens.
the Hanging Gardens.
But do I know that they're in ruins?
You would know.
She said it was in ruins.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
You would
With big
know,
flowers.
You would know that the Hanging Gardens at one time were one way and over time have changed into something
I
else.
understand. I misunderstood. I
Yeah.
apologize. Well,
Do you see big flowers?
yes, in 5-story tall buildings.
Do you see anybody out there that looks just like Saint?
I'm saying, do I see anyone?
Well, we're talking like, you know, a couple miles.
Come on. It's very many miles away. I don't see anyone in the immediate area. And I open the door slightly more and I'm looking around.
Yeah, you open the door and you look out and around, and there's a tiny little footpath that goes all the way around the shack, and you notice that the shack itself. You want me to have them roll? Perception.
Perception.
Observation. Perception.
Perception.
God, no,
You
I'm
always
not,
do.
I'm not second guessing myself.
11.
Yeah, so all you really see is the foot trail, footsteps, which you can't make out, and there are some trees out here, but these trees look like they were intentionally planted because they're tall and thin, and they're a type of tree that grows quickly and provides windbreak. And they're lining the whole shack, which if you were in the Hanging Gardens looking out this way, it would look like a crop of trees as opposed to a shack.
Got it. So it looks hidden from the outside.
Yes.
Understood.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone or anything.
But it's definitely the Hanging Gardens, you think?
By what I've never seen it, by what Saint described, yes.
Cool.
There must be some person around to have cast the circles.
Be careful.
Or
Yeah, I'm not really comfortable going by myself.
No, don't leave. Can you blow out the
Take
candles?
Slushy with you.
Lassie,
Yeah?
would you mind coming with me?
Wait,
Where are we
eat
going?
this fruitcake. I made it. It looks like you put it in your mouth. There you go.
Eat it. Eat it.
Come on.
Don't want it.
Or maybe there's some. I just want to try and find the person who created this circle. I can do many things. I can identify that it's a magical circle. I can detect that the magic of the circle is still here. But in terms of making this go away, I don't
Why
know.
can't you leave? Why can't KoKo leave?
I don't know.
I don't want to leave, KoKo.
Can you desecrate the circle or destroy
The thing is that
it?
if you are to cast a powerful magic like this, it is meant to summon powerful beings.
My
And so
guys
you,
are so powerful.
yes, I get. Point being is that there are usually protective spells surrounding the circle, so I'm hesitant to just desecrate it or.
Yeah, it might
Marley.
blow up in his face.
Yes.
You've already died twice.
That,
we have
yes,
to protect
that.
you.
But she
All
said,
right. Look. If again, I'll say we're sent by Failshin. Approach slowly, you know. But there's nothing. We have no reason to believe that this isn't business as usual.
okay,
That's true.
I will do my best. And
You can't wake up, Saint?
I was gonna say, basically, at this point,
Yeah, Saint seems to be sleeping.
at this point, Val would have. Once we heard that we're definitely in the Hanging Gardens, Val would have taken some fruitcake and sat down next to Saint.
And it looks like
Shove it in
her.
her mouth.
No, Saint, you're looking less purple and a little more lavender. I have some. We're in the Hanging Gardens.
We are.
Yes.
yes, there are several tall buildings in ruin and many large flowers. We are several miles outside of it, though.
She'll take the fruitcake from Val and eat it.
It looks exactly
you
like
immediately
you.
feel
And your exhaustion level is gone.
eat the fruitcake.
So much shade.
I've eaten a lot of disadvantaged fruit.
I'm kidding. I would never force anyone to eat fruit.
Does this
I'm
clear
actually
the
not
exhaustion?
eating.
It's actually it's a cookie dough, but with stuff in
So
it.
not only does it cure the minor toxicity in your system, you also feel full and the exhaustion goes.
Wow.
Nice.
It's great.
So how many servings of this do we have left to take with
A
us?
lot.
Well, it's 30 per box.
30.
So
90.
And do I recognize by Cristobal's
I mean,
description
the door
where
is
we are?
open. You can clearly see out into
And
the
I'll
field.
open the shutters too. Like, 'cause you said there were shuttered windows,
Yes.
right?
You assume from your knowledge, Saint, of the Hanging Gardens and from what part of the Hanging Gardens you can see from in the circle in the shack, you guesstimate that you're probably a bit west of, a couple miles west of the Hanging Gardens.
Does this look familiar at all?
We're a few miles west. I'm
Okay.
trying to recall if I know anyone who lives outside the city.
The shack looks hidden. Like
No, mostly they stay in the city because it's dangerous.
there is a crop of trees that is blocking sight, so as if they are trying to hide themselves.
Say we'll try to get through the barrier. None of us can except for him.
Correct.
Okay. Can you look around for some sort of botany journal, something with a name, a signature, any information on who could own this shack? And I will send a sending to Joanna, the matriarch of the Hanging Society, and she will come get us. I'm sure.
Okay.
All
I
right.
think it does say something. You saw writing, didn't you? It says. I mean, thinking.
Is
Those
it
are arcane
the arcane?
No, the arcane symbols,
okay,
they
okay.
are not, yes.
Okay.
But some sort of.
I look around, I search the room.
Any idea who this belongs
So
to?
you open the shutters first.
Yes.
So you can actually see. And
Explode.
when you yes,
And lose sight in my other eye.
Oh, no.
there's a ward of pain.
Damn time.
No, when there's just simple, little shuttered windows that you flop up and you put a little stick out there to kind of hold it up, and it lets the light pour in. And when you're looking around this shack, you quickly realize that it's almost like a shack that started as some sort of greenhouse, but has over time morphed into a research laboratory on plants and on botany. But more specifically, you notice a lot of arcane items. So you will see things that you know are ingredients for spells.
Material components.
Especially material components, but especially ritualistic spells.
Do you see any bird seed around anywhere? Raven feathers.
I'm looking for any sign of bird.
Sure, give me
Investigation check.
investigation for inside, but I also need a perception for outside.
Okay, so my investigation is a 16, unless there's disadvantage.
No, you're straight roll as far as I can.
Guidance?
And I'm good.
Can
Guidance
you
doesn't
reach
get
him?
outside of
18.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I actually rolled well. I want to keep my roll well.
Such a faux pas. I'm good on your guidance.
Good.
It
It
only
wouldn't have worked
helps.
anyway.
Yeah, because you're in the circle
Yeah.
and he's outside of it. Looking.
So
Stick his hand
your
Literally can.
16, you are searching through all of the stuff, and you do find underneath one of the shelves there's a little secret compartment, and you pull out a journal, and the front of the journal is has Balthazar written on it.
Uh-oh.
It's bound and sealed with a wax seal, so if you were to open it, it would be very obvious that it had been opened. When you glance outside, there's also all kinds of bird feathers, because those are common for certain types of spell components. So if you want to find a raven feather or whatever, it's in there.
But no owl feathers, right?
No owl feathers. But outside, you notice, and this isn't abnormal, but the behavior is abnormal. You see a raven in one of the trees. And normally, the raven would be looking around, either doing something in the tree to feed itself or nest or whatever, or looking around for something to eat on the ground. And it is looking straight at you through the open window. And its head does not move. It's locked on you.
You're sharing this information all
Oh yeah, I'm going to say there is a large raven outside, not a friend to my family's crest at all.
Snocked.
Sorry?
You mentioned the Balthazar's journal. I think we are in Balthazar's. I don't know. I don't know of this place, so perhaps it's secret. I don't know.
Cristobal said it looked hidden.
Alchemy, apothecary station. I don't know, and he has a familiar named Noct, so he will know soon enough that we are here.
Who's this Balthazar person?
He's and just out of game, I don't know what his standing is currently.
No.
I just know he's charismatic.
You know he has an apothecary.
Okay. He owns an apothecary in the Hanging Gardens, and he is
Hence the poisons.
quite the bully, if I'm honest.
Wait, he's a bully?
Yes.
Did he bully you? Did he hurt you?
Him and his people didn't like Sansa and I very much, so.
Okay.
Can't wait to meet him.
Well, let's get out of his circle first.
Yes, I will send it. I will spend my sending.
Don't you die on fruitcake.
Please be okay.
Who? Just because I'm not sure what you guys have done with the NPCs, who would I believe is the most likely to answer between?
Go ahead. Between.
Joanna, Ali, and Z.
You know immediately, Joanna would.
Joanna would.
Yeah,
okay.
of course.
All right.
Her love for you, you well know.
Okay. Yeah. So she will send a sending.
Okay.
Just realize you're in the magic circle.
Oh.
So it might work or it might not.
Well, it says across any, even other planes of existence.
For sure, but you're within a magic circle that has certain protections in it.
Do I see her start? I don't really know what that looks like.
Well, it's verbal, somatic, and material.
So I would say, as you start to, just so you know, you are in a circle of magic, which is designed to keep magic in, not let it out. If your magic is trying to be sent through the barrier, it may not work. I'm just warning you.
Well, thank you. This spell was given to me by my god, so I would hope that it would travel across any sort of barrier.
Perhaps.
I hope. And I have 25 words,
Yep.
so...
So happy not to be the sending guy this campaign.
Are you the keeper? Yeah. Joanna, this is Saint. My friends and I are stuck in Balthazar's hidden hut. Miles west. How many do I have left?
4.
Oh.
Wait.
Hope that's
No,
wrong.
10. Apologies.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, 9.
25.
4, 9.
9. You have 9.
9 left.
Of city. Please hurry. How much do I have left?
5 more.
In danger.
I shouldn't be counting.
Very hungry. Run.
So,
Gotta use all 25.
Saint begins to use the material components, move her hands in the intricate ways that clerics do when they cast a spell. And she spoke it, but she actually begins to sing this particular spell. You see, again, as I've described before, a little almost musical notes begin to sort of fly off quickly. They hit the barrier and go through out the front door and into the sky.
Thank you,
Goodness for
Isa.
that much.
While we wait for that I'm going to sit down and start studying the arcane spell that was used to create this to see if there's any way I can either counter it or disrupt it to lower the barrier.
If that Ravens is familiar, do you want to just say, hey?
Well, I mean, I waved.
Oh, you did.
I was like, hey. I mean, say hey. But
While
yeah.
Cristobal is doing that, I like to try to exit this circle via brute force.
Okay.
So I'm just pushing
Alright.
and pushing and pushing.
Make a strength check.
Great. KoKo, can you speak with animals?
Octavius, you have advantage from Angel Devilson, but you have disadvantage from the fail one.
ooh, it's a good sign you getting these disadvantages.
Getting passed around.
I can, but
Is it just strength?
Just strength check. Or I guess athletics.
Athletics?
If you want to use that, sure.
Acrobatics?
you brute force is what you said, so I think that's going to be strength.
It's true. That is 11.
I mean, again, it's as much pressure as you put on it. It seems to equal and return.
You should have said you were gonna like backflip it.
I just parkour.
Saint, you see in the distance little notes return, and as they fly through the magical barrier and into your head, there is silence. Make a religion check.
Oh no.
Okay. Do I have any fruitcake disadvantages?
You have advantage from the gateway guy.
Thank you, Tony.
And you have disadvantage from until fruitcake.
Yeah.
Straight roll.
What the? Morgan, I hate your dice.
I'm sorry.
You want to use mine?
Yeah.
Here. Can we touch it?
We have dice here too.
Okay.
That's lucky.
You said perception?
Okay.
No, I said religion.
Religion. Oh, that is an 8.
The spell returned, you should expect some sort of response when the spell returns. Why that might be the case could be a variety of reasons.
Didn't you say Ioana was in danger?
In a small room.
Why are you mad?
Ioana?
Yeah,
Did I say that? Did I say that?
that was...
I don't know.
No, there was something about... You said something about Ioana. This was not the first time you told us about Ioana. Just that Aitha said that... And that
Right.
mention of Ioana. I'm
It
sorry.
might have been Sansa.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sansa
Sansa was in danger, but Ioana... All right. Sorry.
I might have. I left a few pages of my notebook back with Falchion.
Who's Joanna?
No. I left them in the... I'll get them back.
So she's the leader of your
She's the president.
sect, or what?
Joanna is the matriarch of the Hanging Gardens. It's not quite the formed government that you might be used to.
She's not the elder.
Okay.
She is the elder, yes.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly what I'm used to.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome.
Yes, she's more of a teacher figure.
That's exactly what I'm used to.
Oh, wonderful.
yeah.
To you?
That's Uncle Jeb.
To all of us, the primary thing that we're known for in the Hanging Gardens is the orphanage, from which I have...
I think Val probably knows what an unreturned sending spell could mean, but he's not saying it.
Okay. Cristobal.
Make a Arcana roll.
Hold on.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you
bad.
opening the journal, or are you just studying the actual magical circle?
I'm studying the magical circle.
That's what I
Okay.
understood.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Arcana. Your straight rolls for us.
Arcana is a 13.
The symbols that you see, you also recognize another symbol that is Aitha, that represents Aitha. It's the same, it's as similar as Thasha, but instead of just the lightning bolt, there's also a sparrow that seems to be flying in the wind. And there's another symbol that you can't make out all that well, but you believe it's someone's name.
There is Aitha here and Thathia. I hold up the journal. I'm like, there may be more information in here. Is Balthazar someone who? I'm looking for traps. I'm looking for.
I mean, you already know that he grows plants that have very strong neurotoxin capability.
And you already know that this circle
Yeah.
you don't want to break because of his...
I'm really worried about trying to open this because it could provide poison.
Should I use the skull?
If you're comfortable with it, I think you know now probably where we are.
Yeah.
Maybe try to find Balthazar. Like he knows you're here, or maybe he's on his way, hopefully, if that is his familiar.
KoKo, you notice out in the window, the raven seems to see something and
Hopefully that's a sign.
flies off into the distance.
Let me summon my own familiar. I can send Slay looking, and I'm gonna do my.
Yeah, good idea.
I'm gonna, bend down, pour a little water out of my water skin, form a ice sculpture of Slay, snap fingers, find familiar, ritual style, and say, "Can you find what does Balthazar look like?"
He is a Luxodon, a little tall, about as tall as you are. He tends to wear mostly black and purples. The thing that you know about him is that he always loves to wear a top hat.
Oh!
This is the second top hat person.
Okay, so go look for someone with like last year's fashion. He's like a winter. He's a winter. He's a winter.
He's a weird.
Flies off in the distance. Are you looking through his eyes? You're just waiting for him to
Yes, I'm
return?
looking through his eyes.
Almost immediately, make a perception check.
Don't be dead. Don't be dead.
Awesome. 6.
He notices some movement in the direction that the raven seemed to be looking when it flew off, but then continues in that same direction. But as soon as you reach 1,000 feet, which is well beyond where your vision fades because he leaves your
You will find, hopefully, someone.
And if not, Joanna should be on Hawaii.
Yes.
Or someone, perhaps she would send someone.
You do notice as your familiar is kind of flying up and away that you're kind of getting a general horizon. And even though there's these rolling hills, you notice that you see quite a few people either on foot or by cart or even by horse coming into the Hanging Gardens, into town. And they look like they're not Luxodon. They look like they're not from the Hanging Gardens.
So there's a variety of different races.
Yes, but it's certainly an influx. Maybe not to you because where you're from, there's a lot of people.
Sure.
But for a town this size, it would be like there's something going on for that many people to be coming in.
It must be market day. There are dozens of people coming into town.
Yeah, that sounds very strange to you.
No, that's not normal.
On market day?
Well, we keep to ourselves here. Yes, we are known, but mostly for the orphanage, and I can't imagine that everyone's coming in town to adopt children. It's certainly possible, but it's unfamiliar. It worries me.
Okay.
And you all begin to hear in the distance, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, ba-boom, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba, boom, ba-da, and you hear another voice that's ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-ba, that seems to be singing in harmony with this other kind of bo-ba-do, ba-do.
Hello?
KoKo, I don't like it.
Hello?
Hello?
Failshin sent us. We're in your shed.
Do not be alarmed, mortal.
We have fruitcake.
Please.
Are you
No, don't.
Are you Balthazar?
I ate all the fruitcake.
What do we do, Ugnok?
I don't know. Maybe we
Kill?
Da da.
And eat! We are hungry, you are food!
We are not food. We are
And
gods.
that is where we'll go to our break.
Oh God!
And we will come back
Trolls.
after that. Yes, absolutely, some trolls. Before we go, Mode of Cosmos from
Yay!
Kitty Stretches.
Oh, how close?
We are 96% of the way. 96% of the way. So maybe just when we're intermission, we'll get pushed over to that level 5. Man, I've been waiting for this one for a long time. Well,
there you go.
well, almost. We'll get there. We'll come back after. We'll come back after this. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back. 15 minutes. Back and see what happens with these trolls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You can borrow the power of a god and influence the journey of our adventurers. Join forces with other watchers to drop a force of nature or a force of cosmos into our world. A trap, an advantage, a monstrous predator, or a portal to another dimension, where everyone is a talking sock hand. Force cards are unlocked level by level, each one increasing in power. You may dip your toe in godhood by purchasing a seed of nature or a spark of cosmos that will increase your force's strength. Or you may harness even greater power and purchase a mote of nature or a mote of cosmos and propel your force even faster to the next highest tier. Should you choose to affect the story of our adventurers, you can do so by using our custom extension to choose which side you're on, and maybe even help or hinder the player's dice rolls with an advantage or disadvantage while you're there. Use your powers wisely, Watchers.
Here we are, our beautiful setup here.
We are so crammed in that circle.
Let me set this right.
It's fine.
So you can see what a coming.
We fine.
Oh dear.
There. And perfect.
Oh, the texture on that tree.
So
good. Can we just, applause for the texture on that tree?
So, congratulations, everyone, with the Dungeon Speedrun and the Cosmic Lord, emote from the Dungeon Speedrun, and a Spark of Cosmos from the Cosmic Lord. Woo! We have entered level 5 of Force of Cosmos. Now, to be clear, this is the top level of the Force of Cosmos, so it will now reset back to level 1, or to get to level 1. And, do you want? Let's continue. We will continue. We'll get to level 5 in just a second.
The card's been triggered, but we're gonna give it some time.
Worries me slightly.
Okay. So as you heard before we left, there was a bit of talking coming from outside. It was even someone called out to them, calling them Balthazar, and we heard one of them say, "What do we do, Knock?"
We clobber them and then eat.
Yeah, make more bags.
That's right.
Make more clothes.
I think we should cook this time.
Oh,
Eating raw gets stuck in tooth.
but tastes better.
Does?
I don't know. I never cooked before.
Let's try cooking.
Okay.
Cristobal's looking out the window at who's making this noise.
You clearly see what look to be about 10 to 15 foot tall, green-skinned humanoids. One of which is wearing furs on his shoulders and his waist. One carrying what looks like a sack. The one with the furs on his shoulders seems to be carrying what looks like a very large, rudimentary stone maul. And the other is carrying with one hand an axe that is as big as you are, made of stone and roughly attached to what looks like a tree branch. They are also they are clearly male and female.
Got it. He's going to slowly close the window. He's going to turn back to the group and say, "There are two very large green People outside.
Oh, do they have jewels on their belly and large hair?
No, they're horribly dressed. They look terrible.
Oh.
They have giant stone maul and a giant stone axe. They don't look like Lockdown
Get in the circle. Keep telling us, but get in the circle.
And I'm in
Slushy, get in the circle.
Okay, troll!
Oh, that's the troll.
The trolls!
The Lockdown, are they at war with the trolls?
No, I don't know why a
Allies
troll.
of the trolls?
No, I don't know why a troll would be here at all.
Yeah, it's very, very odd to you.
The only other people that might be here are in the orphanage, and even then, it's not particularly
Question,
common to
is your
see.
town just an orphanage?
No, not just.
You
but
said when people go to the market, they go to the orphanage.
no.
And then you
She
said
said
that
they
there's
don't go to
only
the
an
market.
orphanage.
You said on market day they go to the
Orphanage to pick up orphans.
Yikes.
This is how rumors get started.
Look,
I hear.
there are many different types of people
are
coming
saying.
into your town, not just Lockdowns, all sorts of different
All right.
types of people.
Let's be quiet.
Just be quiet, just be quiet.
And you clearly hear what sound like thunk, 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 thunk. And as it gets closer, the ground begins to sort of shake a little.
Wait!
Whoa!
Me smell something.
You need to bathe.
Oh!
Oh, also me.
True.
Yeah,
True.
haven't bathed.
They really
But
do.
also
I can
smell-
them from in
Smell
here.
flowers.
What if we pretend to be dead?
Something sweet.
Smell dog? Hair.
Wet dog.
Oh, wet dog tastes gross. Like wet human better.
Should I build fire?
Yes, you build fire, I find voice. This is Balthazar. I am here to help.
I don't need to roll an insight check on that.
I'm gonna opossum and pretend to be dead.
Immediately, you see Otto just in the circle.
Probably pretty believable.
Yeah.
Eyes wide open. Definitely haunted.
You hear one of the trees that was out front be ripped up out of the ground and then snapped. And then you hear whoever it is just tearing off branches with their bare hands.
Oh, good wood, make new weapons.
No, fire.
Well, more trees, and you hear another one be ripped up out of the ground, and again also ripped. More firewood or make weapon now?
Bull.
Oh, make fire weapon?
Make spear. Like spit.
Oh.
We can hear all of this.
Yeah, I mean, they're not being quiet.
I just remembered that Ioana is in trouble, that she's missing.
What?
I did say that. I do remember that.
She's missing.
So my sending probably reached her, but if she's missing, then I don't know where she is, which means no one is coming for us right now.
No.
Hopefully Balthazar's familiar saw him and went back to him. Saw us and went back to him.
Wait, wait a minute. If your sending went, and even if they are lost or misplaced, the sending will still reach them.
Yes.
You begin to hear wood chopped heavily, and it sounds like one, and you hear a crack and a splinter, and then another crack and a splinter. Ow! That hurt!
It is possible that Ioana still has the capability of contacting someone via sending herself. I don't know.
All right, let's.
I mean,
our best-
ultimately,
our
aren't
best
we?
bet
We're
is-
safe in here.
I'll figure it out.
They can't get in. We can't get out.
Nope, I definitely smell dog. Elephant? Loxodon!
Oh yeah.
Ah! That's it.
But they're over there.
No, close. Smell. Hey! There is house here. Look! And you hear what sounds like trees being moved out of the way. One snapped. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Oh, grab some of the toxins. Grab some of the toxins just in case. It's self-defense.
He's in the circle.
Here. I sold
he
these
get out?
magical gloves last night.
Everybody just pretend to be
the magic needle, just gloves.
They're
in
not
case we
magic.
need- They're not magical, but they're magical to me. And you just
Stay focused.
Yes, we can. It's some kind of defense.
You hear the
Toxins.
shake. The shack itself
Here, put
shakes
these
as
on.
you hear someone boom,
Who in there? We hear smell.
You so dumb. Use door.
Oh! And the door rips off and it's clearly too small. Hold on. It sticks his head in.
Okay.
Oh! Yeah, I was right. Dog. Luck. Whoa. He comes back out. You guys see this? Never seen Lux with no nose.
What?
Yeah, like troll with no nose. Come see.
You are crazy.
No, come see.
Saint will step forward so she's within sight of these guys and they come in.
Next to Saint is a very lifeless Otto.
So the first, the one is clearly called, you don't know named. Actually, you don't either of them, but the one that came in with the big maul, he sticks his head back out and says,
Now, stick head in.
Oh!
Hello?
Oh!
It talk.
You're alive!
Oh!
Yes, I'm
That one's not.
Excuse me.
Oh, what that?
Yes, we have a dead body that needs to be buried.
We'll eat it for you.
No,
Yes.
no. This one's been poisoned. So you would be poisoned upon
Oh,
consumption.
no, I'm
We've all
immune
been-
to poison.
we've
Poison
all-
no hurt me.
I've tried eating rotten things and it barely
fine.
gave me enough
Tastes
activity.
good.
This is rot from another world. Okay, listen. My name is Saint. I am from the Hanging Gardens. What are you doing here? And can you help us get out?
You from buildings with flowers?
Yes.
Well, they keep us out.
Oh.
You let us in?
We can see they're wearing clothes made of
Yes.
flesh.
yes, absolutely.
Okay, got it.
The hair,
Just to remind us of that
It's
detail.
clear that the hair on his shoulders are
Is a scalp?
literal scalps stitched together. And his
Gross.
his what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a skirt. It's a
Sure.
clearly not the best creators. A kilt is perfect.
Yeah.
The kilt is
so
clearly
bad.
dried skin. Some of it gray.
And the smell is horrific.
Well, why don't they let you in?
Oh. Well,
Probably because we eat them.
yeah, that's why we want in. Eat more.
You want to eat the loxodon? They're quite large.
Exactly.
Little chewy.
Chewy, but much meat. Easier than whatever that is.
And it points to Otto.
Whatever that is.
The skin is so tough, though. It seems quite.
Have you eat Loxodon before?
No, I am one, and my skin deflects arrows. It's so thick.
It's very delicious.
Why they all stand in circles?
And you come outside, we kill you now.
We cannot because a god has bound us here.
So when you say that, Otto, lifeless, starts twitching.
Oh no, a zombie!
Convoluted.
The toxins are
We were
taking
worried this
hold.
would happen.
I am
They act
vengeance. You, trolls, you have killed many. I can smell the blood of many on
The
you.
last time this happened, she burned down 3 villages.
It was so bad.
I'm trying to be so haunted and so undead animated.
Make a eye roll, but
Performance?
make a performance check for
you.
sure. Yeah.
3 villages, I mean...
Octavius, a straight roll as far as I
Come on, come on, come on.
The problem is the audience that you're acting to, it might go right over their head.
That's kind of what I rolled.
Oh no.
Is it just or intimidation?
Performance.
Guidance.
I think she was trying to
Guidance.
act.
Thank you.
Okay.
We're touching. What does guidance do? Again?
Add a d4.
Add a d4 to the roll.
Oh my gosh. Wait, do I have D4s? Yes, I do. Oh god.
Okay.
Okay, pretty good. Pretty good.
Ba-da-ba-doo. That is a 22.
Yeah!
What is the?
Passive wisdom. Probably not great.
33.
Very wise troll.
Oh.
Because I rolled so high,
Yeah.
can I say that it's uncontrolled, but as I am like reanimating myself, like my hands like light a flame as I cast control fire
Whoa.
on my own hands, so I'm like just very spectral and scary.
Okay. The one that sort of let the other one in says,
What happened in there? I see movement and light.
We've been trapped here because we're obviously cursed by the gods, And we've been followed by this strange creature who will not die.
I will never die.
He will not.
Smash it! Kill it quickly! And you see him, you see the other one, you feel the shack shake as one of them seems, won't break down! Not, this shack, very strong.
I wonder if we are protected by his majesty.
Don't smash Shack, smash that!
We'll have to get inside!
You big?
Yeah, the hole's small. Okay, I'll squeeze in. And you see him kind of try to squeeze in, and his belly is very, very big. And as he pushes half of his top half in, he tries to bring them all in. Gonna smash you! And he gets stuck.
Might be time to suggest something
You're
to
the
him.
only one who can
That's a good point. I suppose we're gonna have that.
Ognock, I'm stuck.
I'm being pushed from outside!
Okay. Oh! Stop pushing! That hurts.
Okay.
Now pull me! Pull! Ow! One more! Ow! And he pops out and falls back on his butt.
Too difficult to eat.
Fear.
He's the only one who can get in.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Okay. Which one?
From inside the circle or outside of the circle?
Oh crap.
I mean, the sending did work.
Outside.
The sending did work.
Because it can go across all planes of existence.
Yes, suggestion cannot.
Can you just step outside?
But he
of the
can't
circle?
get inside. He couldn't get in.
Clearly, what just happened is he's too big to
Okay,
get in.
then
They're
I'm going
distracted for a
I'm
second.
going to step outside the circle.
Poke her head out.
Just barely. And I'm going to cast suggestion.
Okay.
On which one?
The one that is trying to get in.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, I'm going to say, you don't want to eat us. We taste terrible. You know, and
We will kill you.
eh,
We will be poisoned.
you don't want to eat us. We taste terrible. Although maybe someone named Balthazar, a well-known cook in this region, might make us taste more better if you can find them.
Okay, so
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
You're
so
sending them
what part
after
of it?
Balthazar.
So you
I
get,
like it.
it's limited to a sentence or two. So which part of that is the suggestion?
I'll say, let's do this. Maybe if you find Balthazar, he'll help you get in the house.
Okay, now make a wisdom save and straight roll. As far as I'm concerned,
I don't cast as a seed this right here.
yeah,
There's nothing to roll.
Yeah, it's on a roll because so wisdom.
Just hit.
13.
Wait,
No.
no, I went
Yeah,
up.
you're up.
14.
Yes.
All right. He goes, must find Balthazar. Help! Get us in.
Oh,
Help us.
where Balthazar?
Oh, I go look. He begins to sort of
I guess one of them really is.
thunk away down in a random direction, leaving you with one other.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
roll real quick to see what happens there.
What, you're just gonna leave me here?
I'll be back. You killed him. Start cooking. I'll be back.
we were a thing.
I love you.
Oh.
I love you.
Does he love
You are good at skinning and making clothes. Look, this, and he sort of this. You make yuck mug
You
look
don't
great.
make me feel very special.
I sorry, Ugnuck. I sorry. Must find Balthazar. Make this all better.
relationships about
I'm just
communication?
saying you're more than making clothes and cooking food.
If I find this Balthazar before you, I'm gonna smash his face.
Fine by me. Just need to find him. I'll be back. You kill and cook and make fire. I'll be back.
Because he doesn't
Fine.
think you could find
Fine.
Balthazar.
Love you.
Hate your guts.
Love you too.
She just sits down and she reaches over and she starts taking some of the broken up trees and branches and she's just snapping them with her bare hands and making a little pile.
Does he make you do all the cooking?
Shut up, meat.
I'm just saying.
When I was alive, there was a word for that. Sexism.
What?
I'm just saying. Gender norms. You cooking and tending the meat
lands.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're out hunting.
It's a pandemic
It's
across all
almost-
the lands.
It's almost like they're trolls.
I'm just saying, you seem like a very smart person who can do a lot more than just cook and make clothing.
Smarter than Ugnuk.
Yeah, exactly. Where did he go?
In fact, Balthazar is pretty cagey. I mean, look, he trapped us here, and this shack you can't knock down is his too. I might be a little worried about Ugnuk.
Should never come to this stupid shack.
Yeah.
I mean, we feel the same. Look at us, we're trapped.
Yeah, I'm so haunting it.
And we're stuck with a dead firebird.
Yeah.
You know, I bet you that if you went to try and get into the Hanging Gardens right now by yourself, they'd probably let you in. Because you're not with Ugnug anymore.
It seems really reasonable, too.
We could help you probably get into the Hanging Gardens.
Help me?
Sure.
Well, you know, it is a matriarchy. You know what that word is?
That
You
means
just see a big thing
Right.
of drool.
Right. The women are in control there.
Women in control.
Correct.
Yep.
They
I
run.
like that.
They run the place,
They should run the place.
Yes, they should.
and I bet they might be a bit more sympathetic to letting in an obviously learned, wise woman such as
Very
yourself.
beautiful.
You would have to adhere by this strict diet of not eating loxodon, though, and
I don't want to do
children
that.
also are off the table.
I eat what I eat.
yeah, but
I don't care about my body image.
I mean, that's
Good for you.
That's wise.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Yes, good
for
for
sure.
I mean, love it. Love that.
It's not about the calories. It's about the conditions of the thing. The thing. These are not grass-fed, farm-raised, wild-caught loxodon. These are civilized people. It's
Means
not
they're
very good for the
dirty.
environment to eat them. If you care at all about, humanoid impacted and accelerated climate change of the island.
Bring it down a little bit. Bring the intelligence level. Let's make it a little simpler than
She
this.
seems very confused by all of this.
I don't know. I might just wait here and make a fire in case one of you comes out. Then I'll kill you and eat you.
that seems like something that someone would do as they're told. That seems very obedient of you.
Could you? Boy.
What? I don't know if I like the way you talk to me.
I'm just calling it like it is.
See, this thing is crazy.
Stop.
You don't want to eat it. See the fire?
I'll give
I'm pretty sure I want to eat it still.
No, but
I'll
if
give
you
you so
eat
much
it, the
heartburn.
fire will burn you from the inside.
Saint, is there anyone else that you could cast another sending to?
Yes, I will try. I will try. And she will cast her sending to
Balthazar or someone else.
Ollie.
Ollie, okay.
You begin to use your material components and draw hands with your symbols, and again sing. What is your message? 25 words.
I don't know numbers.
Like Kari did.
Ollie, please save us. We are stuck in a shack very far west of a city, about to be eaten by trolls. Hurry, please. Ollie, my love.
Yeah,
mean-
I think that,
Okay.
yeah.
And those, as she sings them with her beautiful voice, those little musical notes fly into the and fly through it and off into the distance.
Buy third level spells less.
She and Ugnuk can certainly see those little notes come out of the door out into the distance.
I'm trying to eat him.
What you do?
When we're particularly distressed, Saint sometimes sings a song to help comfort us.
Would you like me to sing you a song?
Yes.
All right.
You know any troll songs?
Why don't you give me a description and I'll do my best.
No, they usually involve beating up things and then eating them and then talking about how they taste.
And gender conformity.
Arguing about the place of man and woman.
Okay.
And then more beating. Sometimes we hit each other. Sometimes we hit what we're eating, in case it's not totally dead yet.
What if I sang you a song and you really liked it? You might promise to not do us any harm.
If it's really good,
If it's really good.
then I won't eat you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Better than nothing.
Might still eat that one over there.
It's a chance.
What if that one sang too?
That'd be a really good song.
I bet it would be.
Okay.
Otto
Okay.
steps
Okay.
forward. Puts down their flame hands.
Yum yum yum. I love to eat grub. Yum yum yum. This tastes like sludge, dirt and rocks in my tum. I want to go and eat my home, which is made of dung. La la la. I have a beard because I can. I am equal to the men
Nice.
of the troll.
Beating. There's a lot of mention of beating.
Beating, they die, squeezing their necks until they squeal, watching their eyes pump and squirt their juices all over me.
I really like that song. That's good. Especially the juicy part. All right, I tell you what. I'm gonna go find my man. Probably gonna club him over the head a couple times.
Yeah, he deserves it, honestly. Yeah.
Real hard.
Yeah.
Real,
And then
real
I'm gonna find this Balthazar and probably eat him.
Yeah, that's. Yes,
Careful.
We could open the door to this first, and we could. But yeah,
I mean, they broke the door off. Oh,
Eat him.
yeah.
She grumbles and reaches over and picks up her big stack of sticks and wood, stuffs it into her pack, and then she just walks off the same way that the other troll walked off.
Hey, Otto.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god.
So I know you just found that bag, on our adventures, as you said.
Oh,
Yes.
you mentioned that you got it from Potion. Under your breath. I heard that one.
But I would just like to add that if you did happen to steal it from someone who happens to have a lot of very valuable items, it might help the rest of your party to tell us.
Oh, horrible.
Can I see the bag, please?
Why do you want to see it?
I'm not mad at you.
Wait, why do you want to see it?
Because I think it's Failson's bag.
It is Felshin's bag.
But what are you gonna do with it?
I mean, maybe there's something in it.
There was fruitcake in it.
If you'll allow,
Okay.
Val will think of an item to get us out of here and reach in the bag and see if anything comes up.
After lots of searching and reaching, there's nothing else inside the bag other than
The pancake.
He knew you were going to steal it. That must be it.
The spine.
no spine.
No response from Ollie?
You're now assuming that
Right, Ollie, sorry.
since you were the one that did the pickpocketing, you're now assuming that he had multiples of these pouches on his being just for that purpose. So that even if you were to put it into one of his pockets and you were to pick his pocket,
Oh, goodness.
you would, unless you were insanely lucky, not necessarily pick the same pocket that it was put away.
He had one of those special packs you wear on the subway.
Such pickable pockets. So many.
So I was going to try to write it out, but I'm just going to improvise it. Ollie's message, the little musical notes,
Fly back into
flying
the-
back, and you hear his voice, but it sounds a little bit more mature and older than what you remember back when you were here, when you were younger. Does that make sense?
Well, I was here only a few weeks ago.
Right. I'm saying that the voice has like a garbled maturity to it. Does that make sense? Like if someone were to, don't do this at home, smoke a bunch of cigars or drink a bunch of scotch.
Okay.
Not that I've ever done that.
Definitely not in
You're a
wreck-
voice actor, you would never.
Yeah, and wreck their voice. It has that vocal quality to it.
Okay.
Oh, Saint, it's so nice to hear your voice again. You're here, you say? Well, then I shall come and find you. do be careful. Balthazar can be tricky.
We're saved.
That was his.
We're saved. Ollie is on his way.
Okay, all right, that's great.
Oh, yeah. Wait, are they gone?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they
The
left.
trolls
They
are
got-
good.
At a certain point, Cristobal, whatever traps he might have on the circle, oh gosh, it kills me to ask you to do this of all things, but I mean, if we get the sense that they're about to come back, it's literally like certain death by trolls, possible death by sigils of whatever.
Well, maybe I could help. I am very okay at magic. Well, I'm learning magic.
Perhaps we can study some of the items you have. Maybe the skull can speak with you, much like it spoke with you in the maze, and that rib, which we have not even begun.
The rib, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the rib.
Yeah, I think we all
Takes
did.
it out, sees the skull, sees the rib, taps them together.
They make a sound, dunk, 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 sort of like. You get the feeling that it's very much like regular skeleton, that no one has a rib attached to their skull.
No.
Yeah, I was just checking stuff.
Yeah, it's all right.
Let me show you something. And-
Okay, I put the rib in my mouth.
No. Put the rib on the ground.
Okay.
Okay. Put the skull away.
Putting it away, put the rib on the ground.
Okay.
Got it.
So sit down like this, and I'm gonna sit down with my legs crossed, and start to. I was going to say brush your hair, but you don't.
I have others.
Okay. Why don't you start grooming yourself?
She starts pecking.
Exactly.
As you, Otto, as you put the skull away, it flashes
Ooh.
and blinks twice.
Oh, it's telling me something.
Okay, all right.
Wait, what's
Don't
it telling
look at
you?
it.
Hold on.
Putting their hand upon the skull, putting their eyes that are blinking close to their heart, so they're not outward, because,
Okay.
and listens.
As you do this, all of you saw the flashing and the blinking, but there's a low humming reverberation that starts to come from the skull.
Oh boy.
And then all of you notice almost at the same time, except for you, Otto, because your eyes are closed, that the lighting in the room changes from this golden sunshine that's been pouring in through the windows and now through the door to a light pink and then a slightly darker magenta and then all the way to a crimson red.
Whoa.
It's not just in the room, you notice. It's outside. The colors outside are also this pink, this magenta, this dark.
Wait, and
red.
it seems to be emanating from the skull?
It does not seem to be. Now the skull, when it flashed and blinked twice, its eyes are glowing purple.
Yeah, both eyes are purple.
Talk about what you feel as this is happening.
I feel.
There is a for you there is a fluctuation of arcane energy, not only from your being, which you're almost kind of used to at this point, but also all around you.
I feel like there's static electricity in everything around me.
Yes, there is magic in everything. You feel its source and its power.
You're starting to feel this now too.
It feels like I have a metallic taste in my mouth.
Now you begin to get a ringing in your ears. It's not painful. It's almost comforting.
I hear something.
Just keep focusing on the skull. Keep feeling that power that is surrounding you and feed it into the skull. Give it more of you.
Okay.
And Otto focuses their own arcane energy into the skull, and the taste of metallic gets stronger, and their feathers start as if being pulled by static electricity. He gets very puffy, fully a round boy now, and and their eyes dilate to let more light in, and their hand trembles as they hold the skull that is emanating the purple light.
Go ahead.
And as that happens, Otto drops the skull, pops into a wooden figure.
And the wooden figure is on fire.
I'll put it out. I'm putting it out.
No.
So you put out the fire, and it's now got little black charred bits on the outside. And
The skull clunk, 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 and rolls into the center of the circle.
you notice that the fire that came from the figure wasn't just emanating from it, but it was also fueling it in some way, almost as if the fire was attempting to consume the Otto figure, and then something pushed back.
For flavor,
Yeah.
can I say, before I get sucked into the skull, or the owl, as Otto feels the pull, his eyes that were dilated focus on Cristobal and says, "I'm doing it!" and then get sucked into the skull.
I hate it when that happens.
There is after the fire goes out, gets extinguished, there is a blast of chaotic energy, and all of you feel it. Things get picked up off of the ground and levitate for a moment. Little bolts of electricity spark across the room and hit various objects that then burst into flame, feathers and older dead plants. A gust of wind sweeps through. There's a real cold blast that emanates from up out of slushy and across the corner of the room that waves over you. And fire burns a ring all the way around the circle, melting all of the candles, and the magic circle is now broken.
Otto! And I who has the figure? I take the figure away from KoKo.
It's red hot.
Careful.
Put the gloves on.
You drop it and it shatters.
Just kidding.
I quickly put it down and I will
glance around, and normally you have to tap into ley lines to be able to cast your spells.
Mm-hmm.
You actually see ley lines appear in front of you in the room that you would only normally be able to see if you were casting a spell and using it, but they're just there. And then all of a sudden, they wiggle and warp, and a couple of them even snap and go off in different directions.
But I can still see them?
Yes, as if magic itself, the weave of magic itself, has been disrupted.
Val, in the corner, your echo appears standing there, bathed in what looks like red light. Normally, you well know it's blue and translucent, silverish blue. Here, it is bright red, as if it is burning on fire, standing at you and pointing its rapier in your direction.
Everyone stand back.
We can all see this?
Yep, you can see it. Yep.
What do you want? All right.
Cristobal's on the ground, looking at these ley lines, trying to tap into them and cast.
You see them flowing out the door.
If it's down, we should
Into
go.
the sky.
What?
If the circle's down, we should get out of here.
But
Let's go. And
No,
take
I know
things
we've
out.
got. Okay, but yes. Listen, yes. As quick as you can.
I'm going to literally try to dip into a ley line that is flowing and cast Identify on.
That takes time.
Unless I use a spell slot.
Yeah, I mean, it would still take time to do. This is all happening.
Like that?
Yeah.
Fine,
You
then
can you can do it.
It's
I
fine.
have no problem.
I wrap him up in. I wrap Otto, the wooden figurine, in my cloak and tuck him under my arm, and I follow Val if Val's leaving.
KoKo, can you
feel the magical energy pouring out the door, and as you reach over, because you're about ready to tap into it to cast the spell and then change your mind at the last second, it's almost as if the flow of energy starts to suck you that direction. It's being so heavily harnessed that it's almost like you put your foot in rapids, or you dropped your canoe in a fast-flowing river.
So it would be very hard for you to stand or resist, because it
Right.
would just take you with
So
it.
this is just him? That's being pulled by these threads?
anyone that has arcane abilities would feel this, so that would just be Otto, who's in wood form, and Cristobal.
Then what I'll do is I'll have Otto under my arm. Says, "Fine, lead the way." And I'm starting to walk almost.
Saint's gonna lead the
I'm
way.
shepherding
out
folks.
towards the
KoKo, is there
hanging
anything in here you want to grab? Any useful plants? Anything you want to see before we get out of here?
Oh, I would, but they're all like poison.
I know. Last chance, first glance.
Yes, I'm gonna put this in my jar.
Okay. All right. So you grab the closest plant to
Yeah.
you, and you stuff it in your bag. I'll make.
I'm letting everyone go because I'm still staring at the echo.
So the rest of you pour outside, and as you pour outside and the ley lines are all harnessing upwards, you glance up and it's all being directed up into a red sun. The sun itself has been obscured by some object and has turned a bright crimson red. None of you have ever seen or experienced anything like this before, and it's completely blanketing this entire area, including all of the hanging gardens and probably miles in all directions, possibly even the island as a whole. You now know that because of this effect, it's going to completely change the fabric of magic right now. In fact,
A Cosmos level 5 card.
Okay.
red sun sky. The sun changes to a hazy red crimson-like hue, and with it comes a great foreboding feeling. All elemental spells or effects cast for the next day are doubled in power.
Ooh.
All other magic, whether it is arcane or divine,
Including healing.
has a 50% chance of failure. When you all step outside,
Real glad we
and
didn't fight those
experience-
trolls.
and experience this, the copy, the echo that's been staring at you, that's been pointing at you,
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it.
opens its mouth and begins to speak, and you hear two voices at the same time as it splits into two figures. And we would like to go to a secret room with Morgan.
What?
So we'll take a teeny tiny little break as everybody bolts
Right
for the
back.
door, and then we'll be right back so we
Oh
can jump
my God.
into a scene with Valcorio. But hang with us. So you're standing in this room. There's an echo standing in front of you that splits into two Vals, two clones of Val. One of them has this deep, dark purple color,
Okay.
and with green eyes, and the other one has this deep emerald green color with amethyst eyes. And the two figures open their mouths and begin to speak, but as they speak, it's almost as if steam is pouring up out of the ground and affecting your vision, or as if you were
In a mirage.
out in the middle of a desert and there's a mirage. It's as if your vision is being affected or blurred, and the figures move without walking and start to shift to either side of you. And as they speak, their mouths are moving, but their voices don't necessarily sync up with their mouths.
Okay.
It has been a long time
Has been a long time
since we have spoken
we have spoken
to one of our blood.
to one of our blood.
You should be.
Should be.
groveling.
Grovel.
To myself.
We are that of a god.
Of a god.
What?
You are born from our blood.
Our blood.
Child of mine.
Child of ours.
Who? What are you?
We
are
dragon.
Okay, you're like an ancestor?
We came before
you.
What?
And all.
All right. What's happening? Why do you look like... sort of like me, not like me?
If you saw our true form, you would
cease
to exist.
What do you want from me?
We planted you amongst the
Stormborn.
Wait, like you're saying like I'm not supposed to be here, you put me here? I'm not really a Stormborn?
You are
chosen
by you.
And
Thasha,
mother of
storms.
Just tell me what to do. Just give me some direction. Tell me how to get home, how to help my family, how to help my friends.
Find that which has corrupted others.
Corrupted.
And destroy
it.
Why me?
You are the only child capable, given their demeanor.
And you are a direct descendant
of the dwarves.
I'm sorry, what?
Born from our blood.
Blood of our blood.
Brought from this realm to another.
Okay.
We planted.
I'm a plant.
All races and forms belong and come from us.
You're the dragons, but you're the dwarves?
No. You, dwarves, Luxodon, elf, gnome, all come from us.
All right. There's a lot to take in.
Why do you think you have such powers?
And then you see hundreds of Vals appear in front of you, out the door, across the field, across the ceiling, child, adult, grandfathers, all different forms of you.
And they all speak in the same manner. Their mouth's not moving quite with what's being said, but still speaking in this strange, esoteric way and saying,
soon the world will cease.
Unless I do something.
Stormborn and you.
What do I call you?
Call me Zoze.
Noraz.
All right. That's confusing. I'll have to write that down.
We are two that has become one. We are one that has become many.
Apparently I'm getting a call. All right.
lessons.
I have to go.
Care for the skull.
Okay.
Care.
Stormborn. And devout follower of dragons.
I guess that's me. Okay. Keep helping me. I'll, try not to let you down, I guess. And Val will run after his friends.
So as you're starting to walk that way, the various clones of you are not moving, and you actually have to pass through them. And as you're passing through them, much like your clone, they kind of pop out of existence. But as each one pops out of existence, you get almost like a glimpse of that particular clone's being. And each one lived a different life in a different timeline. And each one made different choices.
Yeah.
Some of them actually look pained or dead or demonic or undead. Some look angelic and blessed by the gods. Others look exactly like you, weathered and beaten down and, frankly, tortured.
Some of them look like elemental forms of fire and air and earth and venom and a variety of different elements that you are aware of.
And when you get towards the end of this pile of echoes and the last one stands before you, it's this very young 6 or 7 year old childlike Val looking up at you, and you get this memory in your head of when you were young and the one time your dad took you fishing, and it pops out of existence. And that's when you come out of this haze, but the sky is still burning this fiery red, and all of your friends seem completely mesmerized by it. And as you reach out to talk to them or touch them, each one seems stuck in time, seems frozen in place. And as you glance up at the sun, you see something swirling in front of it, blocking the light of the sun, the rays itself. And that figure is huge, massive. And it winds around, and it looks like it's almost binding itself in knots. And because it blocks the light, it creates this red glow. But you're able to see through the strands of sunlight to make out this figure.
Is it a dragon?
It's a dragon. Long, thin body. But it almost, at one point, looks like 2 dragons. And then you realize it's not 2 dragons. It's a dragon with 2 heads. Thousands of legs, each one covered with scales and claws, and a body that goes on forever.
Val just probably gets past all of these hundreds of figures, is straight up haunted by the 6-year-old version of him, and then just stops and is staring at the sky.
You feel a hand on your shoulder. You glance over your shoulder, and it's your original Echo, staring back at you, blue, cold, wearing the amazing suit of armor, glistening, glimmering, with the rapier at its side, also glimmering and glistening. And he looks at you and gets this slightest little smirk on his face, winks, and then pops out of existence. And that's when we will go back to the rest of the group, which I think I'm gonna have to text them.
Oh my god.
So as all of you are standing there, except for Otto, who's stuck inside of the wooden owl again, as all of you are standing there, staring up at the sun, mesmerized by this, especially you, Cristobal, seeing all of this arcane energy just flow upward into the sky and be consumed by something. You don't know what. Val literally just blinks into existence right in the middle of where all of you are standing, and he's also staring up, and then he glances over his shoulder, and then his eyes clear and he takes in all of you. But it's as if he wasn't there and then just appeared.
There is a tear of almost ice running down the side of his face.
So what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. We gotta go.
This is wild magic. This is unbelievably powerful. I can feel myself trembling with the extra energy. This is too much.
It's all bad. It's all bad.
I know
We
the ways
go.
of hanging gardens. We can talk as we go and lead them.
Can we make sure?
Slushy!
And you hear a bone crack. Another crack.
God!
And you see Slushy begin to grow and grow until he's large.
Slushy, this isn't the time for puberty. We have to run.
And he is now large. He is as what appears to be a full-grown winter wolf with you.
This boy strong.
That's yes.
Wow, that really hurt.
Okay. You're so big and you're so big.
We have to get away from here.
Run with us, Slushy.
Not the direction the yogas went.
And he turns back around and starts running the other direction.
Yeah.
You see him. He seems like he's invigorated with some sort of energy, something that's almost as if he can't control it himself. His eyes seem to glaze over slightly. He doesn't seem like he's ravenous or dangerous, just empowered. And it's like getting a newborn puppy, and it just pew, 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 and that's kind of what he's doing as you guys walk.
I'm going to have to make a saddle. A 5-person saddle, 6-person saddle.
Can we get to the Hanging God in sort of a roundabout way so that we don't run into our two friends who are probably in the middle of a marital spat?
There's rolling fields. There's a little walking path that cuts through the trees over the rolling fields back straight towards the Hanging Gardens. Or you could go a roundabout way. You glance around, go ahead and make a perception check to see if you see trolls.
We need to be careful about Ollie, your friend, who's on their way.
Saint, you have advantage from Gateway Guy, but disadvantage from Doki Doki Fruit Coat Club.
If I eat some fruitcakes, can you not do it anymore?
We're getting weird.
Valcorio, you have advantage from Angel Devilson.
Thank you, Angel.
Cristobal, you have advantage from Kitty Scritches.
Thank you, Kitty
Everyone
Scritches.
else is at a regular roll.
15.
18.
22.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh!
So not only do those of you that 15 or above see a male troll being hammered over the head off in the distance by a female troll quite a ways away.
Could be a different pair.
Battle of the genders goes on.
Well, you feel your concentration on suggestion drop.
But you also see in the center of the Hanging Gardens, there's several figures slowly pouring out of one of the main structure, and they're all looking up at the sky. And it looks like they were at some kind of a festival or something, some kind of event, because they're holding tankards of ale or glasses of wine. But obviously that has stopped cold as they're taking this site in. Those of you that got the 20 and above see a figure that is trying to make their way away from that pack of people without being seen to the west towards you. A large figure, kind of hunched over with a cloak, very simple brown cloak over his head.
Yes.
And you notice that there is a dark figure, a bird of some sort, flying in the sky above that individual.
Do I recognize this individual as Ollie or
You have to get closer.
They seem to be hiding
Balthazar.
exactly who they are.
They're wearing the cloak to intentionally mask who they are, but you do see the raven. So that could be a hint.
I'm going to point at the raven and say, that is not Slay. And they are clearly with whoever that is. And I'm going to point at the person with the cloak over their head.
Okay. We need to stay out of sight there because I don't want to greet Balthazar this way. I will show you. And because Saint has lived here for 10 years of her life, she can lead them to a spot around.
Yeah, you can actually use the tall grass if you want to try to hide.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or to crouch.
Do you want to hide and move, or just hide and let the person pass?
Move and hide.
Okay. Which direction would you like to go? Because you have to eventually head east to get to the Hanging Gardens. But if this figure is in between you and Hanging Gardens, you're either going to have to go north.
Let's just stop and let him walk by. He's gonna come. He's heading this way.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Let me show you.
He's
Great,
he's
thank
heading
you.
back to his shack. So if we just stop, he'll pass right by us.
One second.
Trees. You were heading directly east to the Hanging Gardens. This figure is between you and the Hanging Gardens. So if you want to, you can either go up to the north and around or down to the south and around to get there.
I mean, I as a player don't know, but I'm assuming Saint would know which way would be faster or more easily hidden.
Well, neither way is like easier to hide.
But now we do have a giant.
I mean, you
dog.
are going to have to make a stealth check regardless, especially if this is Balthazar and has a familiar that he can look through the familiar's eyes.
So is the grass where we are we're more easily able to hide in that than if we went around, or is going around going to actually keep us further out of
This
sight?
whole area is filled with rolling hills and grass.
So it doesn't matter either way.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, then I guess we'll go south if I don't know.
Great.
Well, I guess my question is, are you trying to get to where the people are coming out
to
of
the
this
gate.
venue, or are you trying to get to a different part of the Hanging Gardens?
I will go to Ollie's garden.
Okay. So I'm going to say Ollie's garden is on the south side
Okay.
of the Hanging Gardens. And great. So then everybody needs to make stealth checks.
Stealth check.
As you're stealthing away towards the south, Cristobal, your tingle of slay reappears in your head.
Any advantages, disadvantages?
Yes, Saint, you have advantage from Gateway Guy. You have disadvantage from Listen to the Party.
Whoa!
Shots fired. Whoa! Valcorio, you have advantage from City Racing Girl. Everyone else is...
Thank you, City Racing Girl.
Surena, your dice are rolling me so much better.
They're
Great.
blessed by the moon.
29.
Ooh, nat 20. Nat 20 for that.
Yes.
Kari is a piece of grass.
13.
I am grass.
Who's holding Otto figure?
I am.
Cristobal is.
15.
I got a
Pretty
13.
good, Cristobal.
It's not bad.
My stealth isn't bad, but I rolled bad.
Cristobal give you some of my
Slushy got
stuff.
a 14.
Oh, okay. What did you roll?
14 for Slushy.
Yeah, but was the die roll? Because I also rolled for Slushy. But whatever.
Guidance, because you can roll it after you have the ability check.
Okay. 15.
So who got the lowest?
We
Me.
got 15s.
15 is the lowest?
Yes.
So Slushy is the lowest.
Slushy's the lowest.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
It does make sense.
He's barking.
It's like his tail is up.
the figure continues to make its way towards the tree outcropping and the shack, but you notice that the raven that's flying above, which you still don't know if that's your raven or not because you haven't really reached out to it, is starting to circle around. And that raven, because you're in grass, would very clearly be able to see you.
I'm going to reach out to Slay.
Yep.
Is that Slay?
Yeah, the one that's circling is not Slay.
Is it the raven from the shack?
That he can't tell. He just knows it's not Slay because you do feel the tingle, like I said, of the familiar Slay, but he seems to be not in sight.
Slay, I need you back and I need you to distract the raven.
You get a sense of extreme fear.
I can talk.
Red sun.
Ow.
I would like to call a sparrow.
Okay. How do you do so?
Well, I can speak to sparrows, and I think you said that I would have like some.
So you reach inside yourself to pull that, and there's a void.
What?
Failure.
I thought I was the Sparrow King.
Force of
What did you
Cosmos.
sign away?
A deal in the future?
But including the power of.
The sparrow. Yep.
So you get that feel. You reach normally, and it's not there. So now that you know, you cannot speak to sparrows, you cannot summon them, and your spirit guardians cannot make the form of a sparrow.
Okay.
So I'm going to say to the group, that is not Slay. So if that is the familiar of Balthazar, if he's an extremely dangerous person, we either run faster or we shoot the bird.
Hey,
It's
Slushy.
not necessarily dangerous.
Slushy, do us a favor. Go for a run in that direction, and I will literally point south, and then meet us back at the gate.
Oh, food! And he bolts off towards Balthazar.
Get back here within 5 minutes. Basically, causing a distraction.
Okay.
What, you say he is not dangerous?
Not necessarily dangerous. No, not that I know of. I mean, I think that the fact that he had all of these things in the shack means that he could be dangerous, but I've never known him to be particularly villainous and just a bully.
Okay. It's a chance, but...
I mean,
So then
there's
why
no-
are we
there's-
hiding
there's
from
no
him?
one really dangerous.
If it's just a bully.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
don't need to
We
hide.
can handle
We're
a bully.
hiding because, well, I don't think that. I think we would be better off if he didn't know exactly that we were transported in.
I mean, odds are Failshin will tell him, but I understand.
He sounds dangerous. If you are afraid to confront him, then I assume he is dangerous. Let us stay low and hope that Slushy distracts the raven, and let us lead on.
No need to chance the complications.
So within a matter of seconds, both the raven and the cloaked figure hone in on Slushy, and you can tell that they're beelining right towards each other, which gives the rest of you the perfect opportunity to continue on if you want.
I was just looking through my notes. It says that he could call upon the power of the sparrow, not that I gave it to him. I
understand what you signed.
Wait, but what? What do you mean?
I understand what you signed. You reach, and there's a void.
Your god might be angry at you for signing away his
Okay,
power.
I just wanted to clarify. 'Cause I was like, I feel like Saint wouldn't just be like, "Here's my god's power."
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
He can call upon the power of the sparrow, but
Okay.
I might be mad. Got it.
Are we ready to run?
Yes.
Let's run.
Yeah.
Lead on.
Once we get the sense they're distracted, we're quietly running.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Saint leads the way. all
Run
the way to Holly.
faster. I can run so
quick
much
walking,
faster than
power
you
walking.
guys.
What's your running speed?
35.
35.
Only a
Same.
little faster.
Okay, let's go.
I think Cristobal is lagging behind.
So are any of you looking to see what happens between Balthazar and
Yes.
Slushy?
I
Okay.
am.
Perception roll
Okay.
and a stealth roll. This is only if you're stopping to look. If you're not stopping to look, you don't have to roll.
Okay.
Flavor question. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm in there.
You are.
Because Cristobal is holding Otto.
Yeah.
Is it possible to give
Steal
him
something
my
more.
stealth
as a mechanic, as like I am a totem now.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. If he were to tap into you, yes.
Okay.
But right now, he doesn't necessarily know how to do that.
Tight.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if that was
He would also
a thing.
probably have to attune to you.
That'd be pretty cool,
Yeah.
though. Ooh.
Because I have
That being said, since you mentioned it,
yeah.
you are now getting a little bit more used to being inside of this totem.
Yeah.
And you can now hear and see everything that's happening around you.
Awesome.
You haven't been able to figure out a way to communicate out, but you are witnessing all of this.
I'd like to say that me going into the totem is sort of because I don't understand my magic fully.
Well, this isn't necessarily
My
your
magic, right? But I think that I'm afraid. Like anytime that I'm overcome with a lot of fear, like I think turning into wood is like the ultimate hole.
Sure.
And I think when I'm in the totem, I don't want to be out of the totem.
Yeah. I would,
Yeah.
in fact, say that there is a presence in the totem with you that you've yet to tap into.
You're spooning right now.
because
Yeah.
you're new to this,
Yeah,
and because you are afraid,
I'm afraid.
you've yet to fully tap into what is capable when you're in this form.
Cool.
But there is someone else in there with you.
Wow.
that's a good thing.
Cristobal, as you're moving and you feel the tingle and the fear from Slay's magic dissipates.
Oh dear.
So,
You wanted us to roll
perception and
perception
stealth.
yes, to anyone that I get it.
Can't have
So
nice
anyone
things.
that's actually stopping and looking needs a stealth roll and perception.
I am gonna keep an eye on Slushy. I am told
any
to. I do
advantage?
tell him to go do that.
It's straight roll as far as I'm
He's
concerned
my
for everybody.
god.
Perception first or stealth first? Sorry.
Whichever one you want.
Okay.
Man, that's terrible.
God.
Oh my god.
5 perception and an 11 stealth.
Okay.
8 and 9.
Okay.
Awful.
Ron is writing something for me.
Kill them all.
So
Punish them.
Interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but I like it. Well, why don't you describe it?
Okay. Yeah. So as Slushy, you see Slushy barreling down on what is clearly Balthazar to you.
Going
and,
after Balthazar?
Yeah, it looks like he's
Oh,
beaming
okay.
right at him. I mean, he literally said
Head in that
food
direction.
as he left.
Yeah.
And you see, as it gets closer and closer, Balthazar is running towards him as well, and then like stops in his tracks and like looks and turns and begins to run. And you see the raven sort of still circle. What was your perception check? 9.
It's 5.
You hear some squawking from the sky, and it turns to follow him. And as he's running, you can see Slushy is extremely fast.
Slushy
He was
bad!
before. He
Slushy
was
bad!
very bad. It is.
Slushy bad.
Yeah, he's full of vigor. It's like he's on something, you know, because all this magic. He's a magical creature. It is clear that this is what's affecting him.
And elemental energy.
Yeah, and elemental energy. So, like his, before it was nice soft fur. There are now what look like sort of ice spikes exiting his back.
Wow.
And you see him as he's running. You can see sort of that he's getting closer and closer. And as Balthazar looks, you see him look up, reach up, and he poofs out of existence.
Oh my god.
Slushy, come!
Slushy stops and.
Slushy!
And he begins to return to you.
I haven't seen him be like that before.
It's also Red Sun Sky.
Yeah, this is bad.
Why are you stopping?
I hate this. All right, let's keep going. By the way, can I still see the thing in the sky near the sun?
Are you going to take the time to look?
No.
Well, as you begin to run a little bit southward towards Ollie, where you know Ollie's garden hut is, and the sun with the red sun in the sky, that's where we'll end our episode this evening. Well done. That was. I was hoping that would go off. I was really hoping it would happen this time. We've been waiting for that for a little while.
But we don't know what it means yet.
The Red Sun Sky? No.
I mean, you know the effect.
might.
You know the effect.
As best as I could describe it, I described it.
And again, to identify why your identify did not go off was because we wanted you to know that there might be a 50% chance failure.
Sure,
before.
totally.
It
Wait,
ain't
but
good.
you know what it means?
What I said was I am feeling magical energy pulsate from it, and I feel invigorated and amplified. That's what I described it
Do you
as.
even have any elemental
I do.
spells?
I have shock and I have water.
You also
But,
have.
Chardalon Stride.
Yeah,
Oh,
Chardalon
Chardalon
Stride. You have magic missile.
Grease is not an element.
It's an arcane.
but okay.
Force is an
That's
element.
true. That's true.
Wow.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure
I
is.
don't think I can cast anything.
I think I'm all elemental baby.
Oh wait, I have
Well, you'll be at
Thunder
full
Wave.
power. There's just the chance that it'll fail.
Right.
Thunder Wave
So
is Shatter
elemental
Elemental?
spells or effects cast for the next day are doubled in power.
Shatter does thunder damage.
No.
I don't know.
All other magic has a 50% chance of failure. So it can still work. You just have to roll.
Yikes.
I kind of feel like I didn't have a chance to study it. Like I looked up, got
Yeah.
energized,
Yeah.
tried to convey that to you as best as
Yeah.
possible. And when we get a chance to study it, I might be able to get more specific.
Agreed.
Yeah, we should go to sleep again. So we can change all of our spells.
Agreed. Oh, for sure. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We got to do the industry.
We do. In fact,
Are we-
Magic Missile's an evocation spell. That's why it's elevated.
Oh, that makes more
Are we
sense.
leveling up or?
What's the deal?
Sure.
I thought you did. Yes, I absolutely think you should level to 6.
You're so casual
You're
with
gonna.
You just casted suggestion. So casual. Like,
You did survive. You survived the troll encounter.
We avoided the troll encounter.
The troll encounter, which is enough to
We
give
also
you
want
XP.
to reward
Exactly.
you all, and I recommend doing this at home.
Yes.
If you're a DM, reward people for role playing just as much as combat.
Sure.
And I think this was definitely a RP heavy episode.
Indeed. Well
which is
done,
fun.
everybody.
And hey, we improved the equality between the genders and the troll.
You did. You did. And
That's
is
the
something
most
worth
important.
leveling.
Yeah.
You know?
You're saving the world on so many different levels.
So hopefully you all learned that don't be a troll.
don't be a troll.
Don't be a troll, bro.
Please don't be a
Don't be a troll.
I want at like when we hit like episode 75, we come across like a pro-feminism troll
Yep.
march.
Seeds have been planted.
Exactly.
Question your gender roles.
All right.
Okay, so
No more pronouns for trolls.
thank you so much for joining us. At the end of every show, we like to do an extra special thank you for all of our high-level patrons. Please think about supporting us if you can. We really, really appreciate it. But we do a fun little game at the end of the show where we read off the names of either Team Force of Cosmos or Team Force of Nature in interesting ways. And tonight, because I forgot to plan it, I picked it during the intro of the show. So I highly appreciate Tapartos and Ghostbusters Quick Response Unit for putting in their suggestions on Patreon for these two.
Tapartos is the king, queen of these suggestions.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Monarch.
Monarch, thank you.
Everybody
Yes.
could be a queen.
Correct.
Yeah, everybody.
So, Saint, I feel like this was a big episode for you. What do we want to start with? Cosmos or nature?
Cosmos.
Cosmos. Okay, so Tapartos suggested for Force of Cosmos a catering group trying to plan out a menu for a gathering of hags.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I
This
got
should be
this
perfect
one.
for the person who just planned their own wedding. So I'll repeat it. A catering group trying to plan out a menu for a gathering of hags.
So the first thing I need to know.
Oh, boy.
Do you have babies? Babies for us to eat? As many babies as you can. Yes, we request babies. What about you? I think I'm nuts sprinkled on everything.
we can totally accommodate any ask or need.
Yeah, especially waffles that fail.
Yes. Fail waffles. We call
Fail
them.
waffles,
Fail
just for
waffles. We
short.
call them.
Very
Yes.
There is an excellent chef that we like using called Gateway Guy. They call him Gateway Guy
He
because
was in the paper.
that's correct.
Gateway guy, I heard, is the scabs delicacy, huh?
Yes, he's actually he's an expert at all things carnivorous.
And he loves clowns. He's always down to clowns.
That's correct. But he's also an expert at cooking younger versions of baby anything really, because baby is a very broad term, right?
If you could bring in the babies alive, we can abracadabra them ourselves.
Baby carrots, baby broccoli, baby
bells.
Children.
baby tuo masks,
Humanoid. Children.
humanoid children.
I'll tell you right now. You ladies are very fortunate because it's the off season. We can give you a really great Lincoln break in the price.
But how do you feel about Gorban plates?
Love them. Spicy a little bit.
It's very unique. It's
I
very
like
French.
to dehydrate them and hang them on my belt.
Yes.
Excellent.
That's why I'm married.
We're gonna abracadabra this menu. Oh, they're married now. I'm loving
this is a
this.
wedding?
Oh,
Our prices just went up.
whatever you want. Babies.
What are you doing? We saw the
No, we're full. No, we're giving these.
into it. She was
I need to know about this hag love story. We're giving these hags whatever they want.
It's a baby story, clearly.
Okay, so next suggestion is Team Force of Nature. This is by Ghostbusters Quick Response Unit. Top Gun pilots on the way to attack an invading force.
I don't even know what that means.
Come in, Kitty Scritches. This is Festive Life Preserver.
This is Kitty Scritches. This is Kitty Scritches right here. 10-4, 10-4.
Wait, I took the name Kitty Scritches.
Oh, I thought. No.
No, this is Ghostbusters Quick Response Unit. I'm sorry, I did.
Go back to Top Gun school.
Listen, we're coming up on the LZBN. We need to, which stands for Launch Zone, but not.
Where's Beaker Par? Beaker Par, come in.
Beaker Par here. I'm gonna need a festive life preserver because I'm about to bail off this. I can't make this curve.
Beaker Par, I really need you to settle something. Did I have Kitty Scritch's name first, or did Kitty Scritch's have that name first?
Quick! I'm seeing Just Jules.
Bank right.
I don't know what I expected here in the LBZ, and I thought there would be more to do. I feel like I'm just, sitting around dim-witted,
Yeah, I feel very unbearably loquacious right now.
I almost wish we were being attacked,
Angel Devilson, is that you? Angel Devilson, is that you?
Yes.
I think you should change your name to Unbearably Loquacious. I think it's rather fitting.
Oh, you think that's great?
Are you talking to someone? We were just in the LZBN hanging out, waiting to be attacked. Who are you talking to?
I have a confession to make. I have been making friends with the Gold family.
What? They are the most elite fighter pilots in all of the world!
Kitty Scritches, come in. Kitty Scritches.
We got a possible fender reel. You're Kitty Scritches for the last time. I'm Ghostbusters Quick Response. No, I'm Festive Life Preserver.
I was thinking just the dungeon speed run.
I'm glad we're confused. We can't both be Kitty
We have to make that
Scritches.
dungeon speed run. If we don't get past that dungeon speed run, we're never gonna make it.
Kitty Scritches. If I'm gonna need a festive life preserver to bail out of this plane right now because I'm gonna just Jules my pants.
I feel like.
Listen.
You're a traitor?
No.
You're the godfather to my child!
I'm not a traitor, Fender.
Quick, you see that? Brave up from behind. Brave up.
Pull a brave up.
And I'm out. I'm falling through the sky.
But you've got that.
Away with me. We can be dim-witted on a different country.
Quick, call the Ghostbusters Quick Response Unit.
I do want to. We did it. We got it.
Well, Top Gun Gold family.
What?
That was so dramatic.
I love
was
I
chaos.
love that there was an opposing force that was sort of rushing.
The amount
That is also like, but I've made friends with the other side.
the amount of conflict and backstory we crammed into that like a minute and a half was pretty
It was
impressive.
a lot like a Top Gun film.
I mean, sure.
This was the alternate script.
Yeah.
For sure.
It
Just
didn't get
probably take their
greenlit.
shirts off and jump into the ocean.
That's
Yeah,
right. We
we'll
played the volleyball
Football.
scene.
It's football, you guys.
Oh, right,
And they
right,
high five after
Right.
Well,
For sure.
in Maverick, it's football.
I know,
Yeah,
but
the
it's
original, it's volleyball set to
But
Kenny
we're talking
Loggins.
about
Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. As you can see, this was chaos and we loved it. Thank you so much for all of those of you who patronize us. That's not
Sure.
Thanks for patronizing us, everyone. For those of you who are not our Patreon supporters, thank you for your time and
Yes,
your
thank
efforts for being here, watching us, making this show everything that it is. Thank you if you donated advantages, disadvantages, or helped us get to our level 5 Force of Cosmos.
That red sun.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, again for joining us. And as always, humankind.
Be bold. Love you.
Don't forget to comment and
Bye.
One step and then another. Blessed are those who wander, branching, reaching. Depths of the forest are calling. Well, path will end before the journey has begun. Eyes to the sky, and you might find your way. Let fear ignite a light and shine another light.